Let's pull that up. Let's see. It should be showing up in a moment. Your channel. Live. Come on now. I forgot. I gotta add the I gotta get to the open phone. This show doesn't work without the phone. We need that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Microphone should be set to the MV7. Same thing with Discord, needs to be set to the MV7. I'm going to open OneNote, I guess. My notepad. I like the notepad. JI99A James says first. Hello. Hello, hello. You know, we're not going to have Daniel. We're not going to have Daniel. You know, one thing that I've wanted to do is taking the time to just read some comments and just respond to the comments from YouTube, because some of the responses that I have gotten, it just blows my mind. Just like, I don't know, how little self-awareness, or just how vacuous a lot of the conversations are. Like it really does blow me away sometimes. It does. Oh, speaking of which, my coffee is done, so I gotta go get some coffee. Just give me a quick second. Enjoy the music while I go get that real quick. It won't take me long. Glad I set that alarm. If I did not set that alarm, I would have some burnt ass coffee. You know that? Suppose I should tell people that I'm live. All right, let me let everybody know. Hello. All right, see here. First Amender, do you really think that most of your viewers are hate watchers? I got a lot of hate watchers. I don't know if it's most, but it's got to be like, I don't know, like an even amount. like I got an even amount of just like hate watchers and like people who actually like my content, which is about equal to my just real life. There's people that just despise me and can't stand me. And then there's people that they love me. They think I'm great. So I don't know. You got to pick which side you're on. There's never any in between, which is interesting. Let me pull up. Got to let everybody know that I'm streaming. Would you believe that I am looking forward? I am looking forward to just playing some video games and just taking a few calls. I was looking forward to that. I was like, man, I gotta get, I gotta get on. I was eating my food. I was like, man, I gotta get on, man. All right. Let's see. What ideas do you have to expand? Oh man, I want to read some comments that I get. The comments I get on my channel is absolutely insane. They are so unhinged. Let me see if I can find some. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I just need to make sure that that's the Chrome. That's Chrome, right? Is that Chrome doing that? Yeah, that's Chrome. And if I disappear it, it'd be kind of cool. What if I had like my logo just kind of plastered in the background there? Might be nice. It says, Chris Falcon is saying, did you try Arc Raiders? I did not. I did not try Arc Raiders. All right, let's take a look at some of my comments. We're going to review my comments because God damn it, dude. Some of the shit that these people say is so unhinged. I don't know how to properly respond to some of the things that people tell me. So we're going to just go straight to it. We're going to give me a second while I pull that up. Where's my comments? Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these comments. Sometimes they're fun. Most of the time they're not fun. All right, let's take a look at what Awolthoughts said. We're going to just pull up this video real quick and see what exactly it was that he was referring to.
Dude, honestly, I didn't understand a word he was
No, because it's a lot of Puerto Rican slang. I had the same problem. I couldn't understand him because it was a lot of Puerto Rican slang.
Now you understand why I have a hierarchy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all.
What? There's nothing wrong with Puerto Rican. Bro, saying that there should be a hierarchy of Hispanics is that is a wild thing to say. Just FYI. Like, I just want to point out that is not a normal thing to say. You should not be saying that in any semblance of polite company. That's going way too hard. Anyway, so J99A James says, that's not AWOL. Yeah, we're waiting. We're getting the context, and then we're going to read AWOL's comment. Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S.
Sure, whatever you say. Look, the point, what I want to bring up, bro, is how the fact is that most Hispanic people are conservative, bro. I know you like to think that, like, we're, like, liberal leaning, but we're really not, bro. That did not play cool with my Hispanic audiences, bro. I'm just letting you know.
All right, I'm hearing you out.
Dude,
Go ahead.
When my daughter saw that, bro, I didn't know what the fuck to say, bro. I was shocked. Like, I didn't know what to tell them. Cause like if it was two like women, it would have been the same thing.
All right. Now let's listen. Let's take a look at the comment. AWOL says, so if two people who speak Spanish didn't understand Bunny, what do you think the reaction would be if people who don't speak it at all? What do you think the reaction? Well, okay, like, I feel like, all right, here we go. So, like, I feel like if you ever watched any anime and don't understand it, it's not really a big deal. Also, most music, even sung in English, is hard to understand, despite it being in a language you are supposed to understand. This doesn't mean you hate it just because you don't understand it. Not saying that is what you think. Okay. So, there's my response. I think it's reasonable. I think it's a reasonable. Let's see. AWOL says, stop making bad comparisons. If you watch anime, you actively made a choice to watch that show and see if you were going. Yeah, you made it an active choice to watch the halftime show. You didn't have to watch the halftime show. You could have watched the guy who's talking about kissing fish. You didn't have to watch it. You could have turned it off and set a timer for 20 minutes or whatever. That's wild, AWOL. That's wild. That's not a bad comparison. I'm saying that you enjoy things that you don't necessarily understand. That happens all the time. I don't think that it should be like a breaking point just because you can't understand a song. How many people was like trying to understand the lyrics to Eiffel 65's I'm Blue? Like, how many people were just like, it's I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. No, it's like, it's not I'm blue. It's like, I'm blue. And if I were green, I would die. Like, I'm like, bruh, nobody understood the song. It's just like one of those things, right? Like, God, just cause you don't understand it. Did you understand Crazy Frog? We are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. You want to have a conversation? We can do so. AWOL says, you're right. You didn't have to watch it. You could go watch some redneck guy sing country music. But also point out that his people felt like it was political and forced on them. Yeah. Well, I don't think it was political at all. I think it was just Bad Bunny. Let's see here. First, are you going to talk about the new trans shooter out of Canada? I mean, we can. It's a really sad situation. It's awful. And it's like, we need better mental health. But this was in Canada, so it's not even related to the United States. They're dealing with their own thing over there, man. I have no say. Chris Falcon says, First Amendment owes me a Subway gift card for the sunglasses idea. Thank you. You know, I've had so many people comment to me saying, the sunglasses look, it ain't it. I had somebody show up onto my Discord and was like, yeah, so, I heard about you, First Amender. I was like, yeah? What you want to talk about? And then he was like, not a lot of good things, mostly people talking trash about it. I'm like, yeah, dude, there's a lot of them. And that's okay. It does not bother me. These things do not bother me. You know, what did you want to talk about? You know, and he says, you know that glasses look? It ain't it, bro. And I was like, all right, cool. So what would you suggest? Well, I was just saying, you know, glasses look just isn't it. I was like, oh, okay. So you have no suggestion. You're basically worthless. You're just another fucking ankle biting troll. Just coming in to ankle bite at me and not provide anything of substance. And so I was like, so then I crashed out on him, just getting angry at him. I'm like, bro, you're a dime a dozen. There's 1,000 people that hate me. Who cares? I don't care. None of these people, genuinely bother me. I really just, I don't even think about it. And, he was like, oh, well, can we reset? Let's reset. I was like, sure, let's reset. And so he asked me, he said, so are you gay? And then I said, I was like, I'm bisexual. And his response was like, no, there can only be one or the other. You're either gay or you're not. I'm like, no, that's being gay is a spectrum. It's I am bisexual. And then he just kind of repeated the same thing, just going on with some blatant homophobia. I banned him. I'm like, fuck this guy. Nope. I ain't doing it. You are not sticking around in my Discord. And that happened just this morning. Anyway, let's take a look at some other comments. We've got Excadriller here who says, yo, that is a W caller right there. He is W calling himself. What was the... Well, here. We'll pull up the video. I mean, I guess if you don't want to vote, go for it, I guess. Go for it, fam. I just think that voting's important.
It's too much of a wait in line, you know?
Wait in line? You're only there for like 30 minutes.
No, that's too much time. I can do something else.
Like what? What would you do in that 30 minutes? Take me through the day of Excadriller.
Yo, 30 minutes? That's one shit there.
Takes you 30 minutes to take a shit.
You might have to consult.
You need to go talk to the doctor, bro. That's too long.
It's way too much, and it's definitely not good for you if that's how long it takes you.
Okay, no, it doesn't take 30 minutes. That's just...
I mean, that's what you said, you know. We can only go by the things you said.
I mean, I guess... Bruh, that's a legitimate concern, Excadriller, if you are there. Let's see here. AWOL says, lol, Will, I pick on you, but I think the glasses are cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. Anyway, so Excadriller said that this is a W caller right here. And we've got Steve, who is saying, these are the attitudes that people keep in power that should not be there. I don't want to vote because it's too much of a wait in line. I can't vote because of the hours of my job. Then you don't have to say in what happens. It's easy as that. No vote, no voice, no complaints, no attitude. Edit. And bring your ID because you need it to vote. Nobody should be allowed to vote without a valid ID. Lawful permanent residents are told that they can't vote because they're not citizens. How the hell do illegal votes count? If you ever wondered why lawful permanent residents side with immigration, this is your answer. They are told that they cannot vote. Then when they look around and see that all these illegals are being used for votes, people get angry at the corruption. Millions of people come here the right way. They need to be respected. Okay. There's all sorts of stuff that is just baked into this just being incorrect on its face. Yes, you do need to bring an ID to vote. However, what forms of ID are accepted versus other forms of ID, there's differences from a state-by-state basis. And the problem is, when it comes to this ID system, is whenever you leave it up to the states to decide on how they want to do it, it almost always results in disparate outcomes, specifically regarding minorities. Minorities overwhelmingly get negatively affected by this, and it decreases overall minority votes. as a result of punitive photo IDs or other things. And so on its face value, it seems to be appropriate. Like, hey, this is a good idea. But the problem is what exactly happens as a result of putting that policy in place? Does it actually reduce voter fraud, which is basically non-existent in the United States? The effects is that when it is put in the hands of the state does it within their power, reduce the overall amount of people able to vote. The other problem is he's talking about illegal votes. Illegal votes don't count. You do need to be a citizen in the United States in order to count. You can't just like be a random guy and not have any proof of citizenship. You have to show something. And that's in every single poll. You don't, there is no state where you can register to vote. You have to put in a social security number. You have to put in this information. You can't just walk away with that. They're told they can't vote when they look around and see all these illegals are being used for votes. They're not being used for votes. This is just total nonsense. It's not the reality of the situation. People get angry at the corruption. Yeah, there is no corruption. Again, there's been so much research looking into potential corruption regarding voting, and it's just completely non-existent by virtually every political scientist that actually measures this stuff. It hasn't been found. It's not a real thing. Millions of people came here the right way. They need to be respected. Is only that when you have the states come up with what voter IDs are accepted versus not, they often utilize tactics to discriminate against minorities. And this happens again and again, over and over, ad infinitum. It always happens. It seems intuitive to have a standardized system for verifying who somebody is, but the problem is that it results in good old-fashioned classic racism. Or rather, it's not even racism. I would probably call it discrimination. Discrimination. As for illegals voting, that's simply untrue. There is no verifiable, credible link to illegals. Hold on. Being able to vote. Okay. However, if you have a source on this from a credible scientific, political, poli-sci journal, I'd be glad to change my mind. Okay. Because it sounded like that it was a relatively normal statement to make. Let's see here. First, I do recall you arguing that illegal aliens, undocumented immigrants were not receiving certain benefits, and then it was proven that they were. So what makes you think that there is no voting? There's a lot of research on this. I'll pull it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, I will be fair to say that there have been local elections, such as school board, where minority undocumented immigrants have been able to vote. Okay, we're getting a phone call. You're on the line with First Amender.
Ahoy, First Amender. Can you hear me all right?
Hello. Who am I talking
Hello,
to?
my friend. It's James. Jigga James.
All right, Jigga.
Oh, he said it! Yeah, let's go! All right, thank you for finally pronouncing my name right. I really appreciate it. If it makes you feel better, you don't. It's not a version, I guess it is, but it's a Jay-Z song. Jigga what? Jigga who? And that was the censored version of my name because everyone called me Inward James because I grew up in Hawaii. Anyway, I wanted to call. And I'm going to have to do it, man. I'm going to have to be the first one to push back on your use of Uncle Ruckus. I think you should, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I think you should probably find a different phrase to use. And I'll tell you why, because the black community especially knows what the phrase or the term Uncle Ruckus means. So it doesn't cut the same when it comes from you. Actually, it comes across as racist. You don't want to be racist, right, First?
Nope.
Yeah. So maybe think of a different thing to bring up. But you did well on your debate. But calling a black man to his face Uncle Ruckus, I mean, you gotta take an L for that one, brother.
Are you aware that I had called the Mary Chew an Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really. It's not like one of those.
You realize it had
like
absolutely nothing to do with race. The point of Uncle Ruckus is that you have somebody that is a member of a minority group and they speak disparagingly about the minority group that they are a member of. That's what I'm referring to when I say an Uncle Ruckus. It has absolutely nothing to do with their skin color. And that can be proven by observing that I, in fact, called the Mary Chew, who is not black, but because they were trans and openly transphobic towards other trans people and their trans experiences, I called her the Uncle Ruckus of trans people.
Well, and I can understand that. It's just like the N-word, like Hispanics say it, Asians say it too, to each other. So, yeah, we all acknowledge that language has evolved, but you're the only one using Uncle Ruckus interchangeably. Obviously, I could tell you from experience being black and being on the right, no, Uncle Ruckus is not a term that I've heard anyone besides a self-loathing black person or accused self-loathing black person of being accused of. So yeah, bro, stop it, dog. Don't do it, dog. I understand where you're coming from, but you got multiple brothers in this chat, and you're lucky I'm talking to you about it instead of AWOL, because
AWOL is going to give me trouble.
Yeah, he's gonna give you trouble, man.
Well, dude,
he's still bites.
You came on here, right? And you're asking me to call you Jigga James, and you're just like, yeah, that's fine. But Uncle Ruckus, that's where I have the line. Do you see my problem?
Exactly.
You don't see any issue with that?
Well, again, I'm all for however you want to get your point across. Just know it is tongue in cheek. And I had an Asian homie who used to say the N-word. He was Filipino, and he used to say the N-word. And he grew up in the culture, so I wasn't too shocked by it. I was totally fine with it. But other black people, they definitely were. And I remember going to house parties, and he would shut down entire house parties because of his use of the N-word. So I know you're not calling these people the N-word first, but you're getting damn near close, brother.
All right. Well, I have right here this video, and it literally says, I debate the Mary Chew, the Uncle Ruckus of trans people. So it's more of a character trope where it's like you're openly disparaging towards whatever minority group that you're a member of. that's what I mean when I'm talking about an Uncle Ruckus. The fact that he is black is completely irrelevant. It has nothing to do with that character trope. I'm sure that there are Jew hating Jews. I'm sure that there are gay hating gays. I'm sure that there are white hating whites. Like, I'm sure there are Uncle Ruckus characters out there, and I'm calling them for what they are. It's an Uncle Ruckus. Like, you are a joke, a parody, really.
I for one cannot, and I'll have to speak to the black delegation. AWOL can, be the second member.
The black delegation.
We'll have to review your request
tribunal.
We'll have to review that request for you to commandeer Uncle Ruckus.
If I kill enough cliff racers, can I be called Hortator as well? Like,
no, I mean, I think you're gonna have to have
I'm sorry, that may have gone over.
You need a black girlfriend or something in the past. Maybe you.
Well, I've had a black girlfriend. I have had a black girlfriend, so there's that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I will talk to AWOL and let him know that you're halfway there to stamping that card.
All right, good.
But let's keep the conversation going. So I know you're probably sick of talking about the Super Bowl, but can we talk about that?
Sure.
Sweet, man. So I'm guessing because you're woke and progressive at all, you enjoyed the halftime show?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think it was maybe just a really awkward way of these corporatists to try to make more money in different areas of now America's is now what I guess what we're gonna call it. I didn't label it. I mean, I didn't think you as a corporatist, but this is definitely a corporatist ploy to get more money. And they did it just by having some gay guy or bi guy, I guess I'll call him, have an entire show in Spanish. What benefit came from that besides the NFL making more money?
It's an entertaining halftime show.
You were entertained by that?
Yeah, I was. I thought it was great.
What was entertaining for you?
I was really impressed with the amount of props that they used. I thought it was really impressive. I was actually because I'm like thinking, dude, in order to get this out there, they basically got to drag everything out into the field, and then they got to like somehow get everything kind of moving around. It very, very heavily choreographed and very heavy use of a lot of props. And it made me go, man, this is being done live. That really is a very difficult thing to pull off. There's so many things that can go wrong. And I mean, it just went off perfectly. He did a really good job. He sounded good. It was, I could easily jam to it. I thought it was great.
Did you understand anything that he was saying?
I did. But I mean, he was using a lot of Puerto Rican slang where I could not understand him. During specific subjects. Like it's like you can hear the sentence and then they say a noun that you just don't recognize. That's what happened for me.
Yeah, it's like a particular slang. Let me ask you this. I found it to be quite interesting. I mean, not only because he did the entire show in Spanish, and you could see clear documentation that the crowd, even though they were standing up and trying to enjoy it, were more along the lines of, okay. But what was I going to say? I'm curious to the fact that all we had was pretty lights, and no one, at least the people that I believe the game is for, we can all agree football is quintessential American, so I didn't see any benefit besides the dollar amount. Let's get Puerto Ricans playing football. We all know damn well Puerto Ricans don't play football, and we also know, I find it interesting
well,
that
you should
all
be
of a
aware
sudden
that
Puerto Ricans want to be American now. When maybe you can look this up. What's the percentage
Puerto
of Puerto
Ricans
Ricans that want sovereign nations?
Puerto Ricans are American.
de facto maybe, but there's
South
you could probably
Americans
look up their history.
are also American.
Okay, fine. They're American in region, but they're not North American.
No, they're not
And
the
we all know what we
United
mean by
States. They're not the
American.
United States of America, is what you're saying. Not America.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are a part of America
Yeah.
because that's literally the name of the continent that they're on, America. So, all right, here, like, okay, I'm looking at it right here. I'm looking at, okay, mi nombre es Benito Antonio Martínez Ocasio y si hoy estoy aquí en el Super Bowl 60
I don't know
es
what the
porque
hell you're
nunca dejé... Oh,
What'd you call me? What'd you say first?
all right, so the translation at the beginning, he says, my name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, and I'm here today at Super Bowl 60. It's because I never, ever stopped believing in myself. You should also believe in yourself. You're worth more than you think. Trust me. And then we can look at further translations here. He said in English, God bless America. And then, let's see here. The message on the screen saying the only thing stronger than hate is love. There was a... let me see if I can find... Where the hell is the full translation? I would love to see the full translation. It's so annoying.
Yeah, and then he says, I got a girlfriend here. I got a girlfriend in the club. I got a girlfriend that just wants to sucky. So, not all of it was innocent, but that's besides the point.
All right, here we go. I found it. Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
So it says here,
You got this time.
how wonderful it is to be Latino. Today we drink. Auntie asked me if I have a lot of girlfriends. A lot of girlfriends. And today I have one. Tomorrow I'll have another. But there's no wedding. Auntie asked me if I have a lot of girlfriends. A lot of girlfriends. Today I have one. Tomorrow I'll have another. I'm going to take them all to the VIP. The VIP, hey, say hello to Auntie. Let's take a selfie. Say cheese. Let the ones I already fucked smile. And a VIP, aye. Say hello to Auntie. Let's take a selfie. Say cheese. Let those who have already forgotten about me smile. I really like the Gabrielas, the Patricias, the Nicoles, the Sofias, and my girlfriend in kindergarten, Maria. And my first love's name was Thalia. And I've got a Colombian who writes me every day. And a Mexican I didn't even know about. Another one in San Antonio that still loves me. And the one from PR that are all mine. A Dominican who is a fresh hottie. Fresh hottie. The one from Barcelona that came by plane. And says that my dick is fire. Dude, I love this. These lyrics are great. I let them play with my heart. I'd like to move with all of them to a mansion. The day I get married, I'll send them an invitation. Boys, stop that. Let me see.
Yo. So I remember watching West Side Story, and it was plenty of fun in America, and now it's
well, let's continue, right? Because it's got like a whole. It's like a story.
Yeah.
It's like a story, right? Because it's got a part 2. This is Yo perreo sola saferia. And so there's a chorus here that says, you used to ignore me. You ignored me. Now I ignore you. Nah. Before you didn't want to. I didn't want to. Now I did. Now I don't want to. No. You used to ignore me. Ignored me. Women all over the world. Now I ignore you. Before you didn't want to. Now I don't want to. Twerking without fear. No chill. I twerk alone. I. Move it. I twerk alone. Okay. I. Bad Bunny, my D is being chased and I want you to hide it. Grab it like a bonga. She took a pill that made her horny. She fucks like in the Audi, not in the Honda. If I give it to you, don't call me, because this is not to make you love me. If your boyfriend doesn't, he better when she twerks, she doesn't stop. She smokes and gets horny. She'll call you if she needs you. But for now, she is alone. She twerks. Part 3, party. Party. Welcome to the biggest party in the whole world. Party. Part 4. Voy a levarte pa peare. I would imagine that's Puerto Rico. I met her in Miami in Brickell. She knows that there's money here. She wants me to make a move on her. Wants me to smuggle her back home. Chorus back. I'm going to take you to Puerto Rico, baby, so we can see how we dance. Bring your friend. If you like the idea, tell her how we're partying tonight. We're going to have a great time. Nobody's going to get married here, but you're going to want to stay. Take advantage. I'm single. Single. Let me see here. So it looks like that there's more verses here from previous, and it says, this is for you so you can enjoy it. Come on, Don, come on. If the girls dance on the dance floor, it's awesome. If the dance on the dance floor, it's awesome. She likes the gasoline. Give me more gasoline. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Me gusta la gasolina. Dame más gasolina.
That's your boy, dude. That's
right.
who the NFL said, you know what? We're going to have a family-friendly event, and instead of having to censor, just sing it in a whole different language, and you'll be totally fine. Americans aren't fools, man. We're not interested, and Puerto Ricans.
Well, it turns out people were interested
football.
because if we pull up the Bad Bunny, let's see, Bad Bunny halftime show, I think it was like in all time, it was the 4th most watched live halftime show ever of all time.
Yeah,
you know why? It's got 79 million views when it was posted 3 days ago. So clearly,
you know why,
clearly somebody's enjoying it.
Yeah, because chicks that pretend to like football were enjoying it.
I was enjoying it. I'm not a chick.
I don't believe you.
I was enjoying it. I enjoyed it. I'm
I
telling
do not
you with the
believe
bottom of my heart of hearts. Anyway, part 6. You're listening to music from Puerto Rico, from the neighborhoods and the housing project. She's coming around. She never shows up alone. Lo. She never shows up alone. All the bad boys put down their gut. Tonight. What's going on? Say it. Dancing perreo, baby. Grinding, baby. Tra-tra, baby, all the way down. Baby, I'll grab you, baby. In the club, baby. Dancing perreo, baby. Grinding, baby. Tra-tra, baby. You are Latino, baby. In the club, baby. I'll grab you, baby. All the way down, baby. Tra-tra, baby. Tra-tra, baby. Part 7, Monaco. Good afternoon, California. My name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, and I'm here today at the 60th Super Bowl. It is because I never stop believing in me, and you should. You should believe in yourself, too. You're more valuable than you think. Believe me. Heh. Tell me. This is what you wanted. Parts 8, die with a smile. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Oh, lost in the word that we scream. I don't even want to do this anymore because you already know what you mean to me and our loves. Only war worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, Chorus with Lady Gaga. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you if the party was over and our time on earth was through. I want to hold you for just a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you. Baile inolvidable. All right. While one is alive, one must love as much as possible. No, I can't forget you. No, I can't erase you. You taught me how to love. You taught me how to dance. And I've had many girlfriends, but none like you. I don't have my son anymore. I live in the moon. If I think of you, I'd go for an instant. My devil, my angel, my crazy girl. My devil, my angel, my crazy girl. Dance without fear. Love without fear. Okay. If you want to have fun with charm and delight, you have to live where? A summer in New York. If you want to have fun with a charm and delight, but what is this? You have to live in San Francisco. A summer in New York. Enjoy it, because it's just for a bit. Bad Bunny. Hey, July 4th of July, I'm hanging out drunk with my cousin, feeling fly. My people in the Bronx know what's up, buzzing high over Washington Heights. Willie Colon, they call me the bad one. Hey, because the years go by and I'm still hitting hard. Selling albums like Frida Kahlo paintings. The Coke is white, yeah. The 2 CBs pink, don't get it twisted, no, better avoid it. A shot of rum at Toñita's house, and Puerto Rico feels so close. I have the championship nobody can take from me. The best in the world, number 1, the best in the world, okay? Puerto Rico. How bad's Bunny gonna be the king of pop? With reggaeton and dembow. Let me see. How much further do we got? Yeah. I think, wait, hold on. Is this? Yeah. We're almost done. We're almost done.
That was awful. That was awful. First,
what's wrong? The guy was messing around his
sounds like
life,
he's
and
got
then
a
he
brain
settled
injury.
down. He settled down. It's called a song.
sounds like he has a brain injury.
He had a song. It's called a song. Are you okay? It's a song. It's not intended to be like. Have you just sat down and listened to like or read out lyrics to a song? It's not supposed to always make sense. It's just the art of it.
Are you? What? You're telling me that made sense to you? That didn't. That didn't
so the way
sound
that
like
it went through is that
like
he
a
was
first
that he
grader
partied a lot.
was
He
learning
got
how to
really
write.
famous. He's got a lot of girls interested in him. He was messing around, and then he settled down with a woman. He got married and took her nice places. It's a nice.
Yeah, you gotta take that shit back to Puerto Rico, player.
Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. They can come to the United States if they please.
Sure, they could come, but you know what I'm saying? y'all could come, but no, I was curious before you read all that. What percentage of Puerto Ricans do you think actually want to be I don't want to call it territory, but actually want to be the 51st state?
I think that they do not want to be the 51st state because they don't want to deal with American taxes. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
I'm actually pretty
hey,
sure that this is the reason.
Yeah, it's they don't want to be down with us, bro. So yeah, you're in the same continent, or you're in the same Americas, but they ain't American.
They are. They would be American. They're a part of the United States as a territory, and they're a part of Central America, which is a part of America. Yep.
Man, the kind of linguistics you guys play, bro. Like
It's
now,
not a
all of
linguistic.
sudden,
I'm telling you what it is, right? You can get mad as you want, but that's the reality, right? I'm sorry that you had bad
I'm not
geography.
mad. I just see
I'm sorry
through
you
it.
had. I'm sorry you had bad geography as a kid. Like you just had bad geography lessons. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is,
brother. I just see through it. I just see through it, and for a while, and you can look this up, Puerto Ricans wanted nothing to do with the United States.
What do you see
now
through?
all of a sudden, hey, we're American too. We're just as much of American as you guys are. And now it's the word games like, well, technically they're American.
So,
so
FYI,
come
right?
on,
like
bro.
I think it was like probably maybe 20.
the worst hills
hold
to
on.
die on.
Hey, listen to me. It was probably 25 years ago when I was with my family in Chile, and they lectured me on this very thing. They basically were, I was like, wait, Chile isn't America. They're like, yes, it is. What are you talking about? It's South America. It's America. And I was like, oh shit. So it's like the whole continent of America. But for whatever reason, the United States has created this delineation where they're saying, well, we're like the whole, almost somehow claiming that the entire continent is somehow the United States. It's not. Right? We're saying it's America, the continent, right? Central America, South America, North America, Canada is a part of America, Puerto Rico is a part of America, Chile is part of America, Uruguay is a part of America. This is what is taught throughout the world, but for some reason in the United States, this is not taught.
I mean, anyone who's taken elementary level geography class can obviously tell the difference. But just like there's a difference between North and South America, but then that North America, there's a difference between someone from Florida like yourself, my friend, and someone from Maine, and someone from Baltimore. So the lines seem to be blurred once it's supposed to be like, oh, you right-wingers are all fucking retarded. Didn't you read a fucking book? But they know what we're trying to say. And, keep that shit. That was awful. Bad Bunny, props to you, bro. But I hope you come back next year and have at least a song in English. You can practice his English, and it would have gone over a lot better. But I know we're running out of time. My last topic that I'll get into, and then I'll let you go on to someone else, is what's up with that shooting out in Canada? I know you said earlier that you can't call it, but do you think there's starting to become a trend? Maybe we could start asking for an investigation into all these, pharmaceutical companies that are claiming to help these patients with their gender dysphoria, only for them to come out much worse or even dead on the other end? What do you think?
I think that we got to stop the harassment towards trans people. Then you would have less shooters.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny though? I was reading about this particular person, and he was claiming that they were influenced by anime, and they were saying, "Wow, I have no idea why I'm so attracted to cartoon bodies, but I wish I could possibly attain that." So maybe they weren't trans, maybe they just really liked Asian chicks. You know, I wish, you know, there could have been something. Because the mother even supported the transition, so they were in a scenario, even in Canada, you know, where they have those resources. You know, they were in a scenario where they should have been set up to win. You know,
I should point out, like, being trans in and of itself is not a causal factor in committing mass violence. I would imagine ostracism has more to do with potential credible evidence of why somebody would go on a shooting spree. So I think if you wanted to lower the overall shooting sprees, I would say to treat trans people with humanity, not with derision.
And I think this person was treated that way. I mean, even the police chief respected their pronouns. They called it, what do they call it? A gun person? They don't even, you know, so all the decorum was made, and this person, I would imagine, especially in Canada, and their mother being accepting of their lifestyle, you know, this person had all the help, you know, and of course I'm not going to make the argument.
I have no idea if they had help, not help. I don't know. I haven't actually. It's a story that is 5 years old or 5 hours old. Like, it gonna need a little bit more time to gather that, and I have no idea how you seem to know everything about this person's life, all of a sudden. But you know, I have not read that much on it yet.
Well, hopefully that could be something that could come up again. But I appreciate your time, my man, and I'm gonna jump back in the wings and listen to the program.
Yep, sounds good. You have a great day.
All right, peace, brother.
By the way, if you guys are not subscribed, please consider a subscribe. Please consider a like. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you like this kind of content, I really hope that you guys do. I do. I love these debates. I love having conversations with y'all. I love it. All right. What do we got here? We've got some people here. Rob's Spot. Did you want to say anything? Now's your chance.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me put it on Do Not Disturb. Did you just want to have a conversation?
I didn't realize I was in there. How's it going? First is Rob. How you doing?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, you refreshed now from last night?
I sure am. What you want to talk about?
Oh, okay. What's going on in the debate so far? What you been?
Wait, are we going to do the Battle of the Unks?
To my knowledge.
To your knowledge, the answer is yes?
Yes, still yes for me.
Oh, hell yeah. Battle of the Unks.
I don't think that he was I don't think I saw him in the chat last week, so he probably wasn't there.
He's here right now. Awol, hop in Discord.
Do it right at this moment.
We're ready for the Battle of the Unks.
But I'll call back in the next hour though.
Wait, I thought you said you were ready.
No, I said to my knowledge. Oh, not at the moment, but I'll call back within the hour though. Trust and believe.
All right.
But what's the topic of the day though?
Well, whatever you like. This is just debate a woke liberal. If you have if you have something that you want to talk about, we can do it.
I would like any Trump supporter to sit there and say that ask them how do you support Trump when his name is tied to the most notorious pedophile, child trafficker in U.S. history, possibly
That's a
world
question
history.
for the Unk.
No, he's not a Trump supporter.
Awol? Yeah, he is. He likes Trump.
Sure he is. You think so? I'm pretty sure he's not. But no, but what I'm saying is that how do they actually stand it, have to defend a guy greatly associated with child pedophile, child
No,
pedophilia?
I mean,
So much,
I couldn't agree
on
with you
top of
more. I couldn't agree
on
with
top,
you
and
more.
I would like them to respond on top of all the other despicable things he's done. It's so many we forget the fact. I mean, you having to pay settle to pay $25 million for having a fake university. I mean, wouldn't that remember that used to be more than enough to get rid of you,
Mhm.
to end you?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that to not to have a fake children cancer charity. I mean, not fake, but to be using those assets from that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Isn't that? I mean,
completely disgusting. I
how
mean,
do you
at
time after
best,
time?
like at best, Trump was very aware of what Epstein was doing and gave him a slap on the wrist. He didn't turn him in. He didn't, contact the police or relevant authorities. All he did was kick him out of his house. That's it.
But he only
Oh
kicked him
shit. We
out.
just got to subscribe. We've got to subscribe from, what is that? What is that name? Something dit. It was my name was covering it. Thank you very much for the subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are on this channel and you're listening and you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all very much. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
You know what the thing is? I didn't even realize that I had pressed the talk button.
If you want to move on, no problem. I'll take it off.
No, not
Do
that.
not
I was
disturb.
like, but no. But I'm just saying I just want to get this off though. But and remember, now the thing is that before once Trump he secured the nomination before the general public knew anything about Epstein, Trump was a woman had filed a case against him, saying that he raped her, and Epstein was present, and he told her, "You better not ever say anything, or we'll come after you and your family."
Yeah.
This was before I even knew who Epstein was at all. So it's always been out there. So I don't understand, but I just want them to say, just treat Trump accordingly. Just act like he was a person on the other side. Those guys would be losing all of their shit behind that.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know they would.
obviously.
I mean, they would be losing their shit. The way they criticize Obama for every little thing he did.
Yeah.
He's against everything. And Biden, is it whoever the Democrat was, they would lose their shit. They were talking about how a man who had an affair, in a sense, he went before Congress. He was impeached. I mean, for that. I mean, think about that concept. Well, he lied for Congress. No, and I agree with that because I've been like, why the hell you asking me personal questions anyway? I'm not answering this bullshit. No, and walk out.
I'm trying to find the specific testimony that I managed to find here as a part of the Trump, as a part of the Epstein files that was released. There's a lot of files, so I gotta take a moment to look for it. But I remember seeing this and I was like, dude, that is wild. That is absolutely wild. I got it right here. Here. I'll go ahead and just throw it on my desktop real quick, and we're just going to Control O that. And this is what, page 1 of 2? All right, let's look here. Hold on. Just give me a moment.
I'm trying to see, can I make the screen bigger?
Yeah, you'll see in a moment. Just hang tight. All right, so this is from the Epstein files, one of the 3 million pages released. Epstein, Jeffrey, child sex trafficking. So this says here, called date of birth, completely blacked out, called FBI National Threat Operations Center to report Donald Trump knew and funded underage sex parties at Donald Trump's golf course. Blank provided the following information. Blank was recently interviewed by an FBI agent, however, felt quote unquote triggered as a victim and did not report all of the information. Blank had recordings of Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell discussing marketing strategies for high-profile sex parties at the Donald Trump golf course. However, Blank mailed the recordings to a lawyer in the Cayman Islands. Blank was part of the Sinaloa cartel and worked closely with Epstein and Maxwell. However, he was able to walk away from the cartel due to his status with Epstein and Maxwell. In the recordings, Trump stated that he was aware of the underage sex parties and charged the House money of the golf course to fund sex parties. Blank witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl during a sex party. He claims that she is buried behind the 19th hole at the Trump golf course. Blank is aware of 3 separate occasions of which girls were murdered and buried there. Blank was told that if he spoke about the incident he witnessed, he would end up in the hole as well. Blank gave Maxwell the idea to put cameras in at the golf course to review the cartel members and understand how to market the 12 to 14-year-old victims to the cartel. So bare minimum, Trump knows
it's
what
beyond
was going
that
on.
because
bare minimum. That is the bottom of the barrel. Like it's worse than that. It's most certainly worse than that.
But that's not even the bottom. The bottom, because if you profit from it, that makes you an accessory after the fact. Does it not?
Yes, and I think that there would be further like, hey, there's got to be like some searching of evidence. Dude, hell, let's go behind the 19th hole. Get some fucking dog sniffers. Like, what? There's a claim that there's a dead body? Are you kidding?
More than one dead body.
Get some dog sniffers out there burying it behind the 19th hole at the Donald Trump golf course.
And the thing is, they stated that how does he not know these things happen? He said that he kicked them out of Mar-a-Lago. He said he kicked them out of Mar-a-Lago because he was stealing his employees. That was the reason, out of Trump's mouth, because he was stealing his employees. Not because he's a bad guy, just don't want to be associated with him. Because he was stealing his employees. That was the reason he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. So now, if you knew of all these things, you're charging him rent or you're doing all these things to earn money to pay for these parties. You're a part of it.
Yeah.
That's
so it says
the
here,
debate.
So, and just so anybody is aware, right? For people that are not aware, typically speaking, in golf courses, there are only 18 holes, but there's one specific golf course. There's Donald Trump's ultimate course, hole number 18, and there is specifically a 19th hole. In celebration of National Golf Month, we're featuring the legendary 18 awe-inspiring yet challenging holes from each of our properties around the globe combined into one iconic course. One of the many unique designs at the Trump National Colts Nick at the one-of-a-kind par 3 19th hole. At first glance, some might say that the 19th hole appears to be a fairly easy hole. However, looks can be deceiving. The green complex measures 23 paces front to back and 31 paces right to left. The green is also surrounded by water, leaving little to no room for error in your tee shot. Adding to the pressure, the island's green sits just below the clubhouse terrace and directly in front of the clubhouse promenade. During the summer months, members and guests alike can be heard passing friendly banter to those standing on the tee box. And add all these factors up and you have a golf hole that can make or break a match that is tied after the 18th hole. So it's like, there is a 19th hole. We can look at the 19th hole and the fact that there's even a claim that there are bodies of little girls under the 19th hole. Bro, get some freaking dogs, dude. That's probable cause.
You think a judge will sign off on that?
I think so. I think they should. People saying that there's a body? Are you kidding? 100%. Why is this not investigated? Why are we not looking into this?
How are these girls popping up missing all the time?
That's what I'm
How were they
saying.
able to? How are they able to just go around and do all these things there in school? How are they just doing all these things?
It
You
says
got
right
a
here,
man with grown
Awolthoughts
men.
is saying that I'm going to try to get into Discord so me and Rob can go at it for a moment. Do you have a moment? I want
I
to see
guess
Battle of the Yunks, bro.
give me 35, 40 minutes. I'll call you back.
All right, you hanging up?
Yeah, I gotta
All
get
right. All right.
All right.
All right. 35, 40 minutes. Did you hear that, AWOL? Give it 35 or 40 minutes. We're going to set a timer. I'll set a timer for 40.
We don't do you like that when you were on be right back.
What?
When you say be right back, we don't do you like that. And
What
set
do
a
you
time for a
mean?
wall.
No, you asked for a timer. You said give me 35, 40 minutes.
No,
I'm going to
I'm
hold you
talking
to
about
it.
when you had. I mean, like you were watching Thanos back moves, and it's all over. It's like, when is he coming back? Hurry up. We don't do you like that. Hey, but I call you back though.
All right, sounds good. All right. Now we are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. You want to call in, have a discussion, we can do so. I'm looking forward to the Battle of the Yunks. Let's get the Battle of the Yunks. So hold on. So we have here. This claim is freaking wild to me. Totally wild. The idea that whoever this witness is, witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl during a sex party, and he claimed that she is buried behind the 19th hole at the Donald Trump golf course. Brother, that's insane. Who is this person? I need to know about this. This is coming from the Federal Bureau of Investigation intake form. Somebody had reported this. I want to know what happens. That is a wild thing to say. Let's see here. Sloppy says, have Cool Vic give you a call since he is stream sniping. He's stream sniping? I don't even have that many people watching right now. How is he stream sniping? By the way, we are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. You want to call in, have a discussion? Call in. I want to hear what you have to say. If somebody is stream sniping or whatever. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's see here. Spanna of Truth 1455 says you cannot debate a woke leftist because they do not believe in reality. Well, test your muster. Call in. Just call in. If you think that there is something that I do not believe in reality, then I'd be glad to have a conversation with you, right? Because what I find, let's see, Google map the 19th hole. Hell yeah, dude. Let's do that. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Is this a virtual golf tour? The fuck? Does this work? Hold on, let me, why would this be on the, hold on, let me look it up. That is not it. It's the Trump National Golf Club in Colts Neck, New Jersey. I have no idea where the 19th hole would be, bruh. I really don't. I have no earthly idea. But there's the course. There's no way to tell which one is the 19th hole. But looks like there's some practice spots. God, could you imagine having this much money? Jesus. What'd you even do with that? It's just wild how much money people have. Let's see. What's up, bitches? Excadriller saying, guys, name a movie character that you get their powers. What movie characters are you picking and why? I don't know. Mewtwo's pretty cool. That's a pretty good power, I think. Psychic abilities. Good question, Driller. Give me a second to think about it. I don't know. I was like, sure, Mewtwo. Mewtwo's cool. It's not like it would actually happen. Get in trouble with that money. Yeah, true. Very true. Get in trouble with that money, right? Because it gets to a point where it's like you just start doing some crazy shit. You're like, man, I got all the money in the world. Yeah, I don't know where the 19th hole is. But there's a picture of it. Like a map. Hold on. It's in the golf course Cold Neck. Is it going to play? Hold on. I can't get this thing to play. What the hell is wrong with this video? Oh, you know what it is? It wants to do like an ad. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can... Let me just turn it off for a second. F5, hit play. What do we get? Bro, his website doesn't even fucking work. Bro, he's got to like up his game. Anyway. So if we look at this. Where's the flag at? Where would the flag be? The first hole of the Trump National Colts Nick is starting. So, oh, that's hole 1. We got to go to 19. Ah, here's 19. After completing the 18 championship holes, you will discover our one-of-a-kind 19th hole, a par 3 island green just sitting below the clubhouse terrace. This hole is measured... So they're saying that they're just behind the 19th hole? Where? Behind? The hole is a mere 128 yards from the tee to the green narrow. Front to back. If the wind is blowing, it takes a well-executed wedge shot to hit and hold the green. Any mishits will have your ball finding water that surrounds the entire putting surface. Finish strong here, risk friendly banter from the terrace onlookers. Well, isn't that fun? Richard Hardy says, first, you seriously need to stop banning people or change the name of your channel at the very least if you're going to keep doing it so often. Who am I banning? I haven't banned anybody in days. William Robbins says, the hole closest to the clubhouse? I don't know if it is physically close. It looks like there's other courses. Also, I would really like if this video actually played. Why doesn't it play? Do I gotta like save the video maybe? Ah, here we go. I can just save the video and open it in VLC. Hell yeah, let's go. Hey, we did it. All right, check it out. We got it in VLC. Look at me. I'm a goddamn genius. All right, hold on. Where's my VLC? Oh, VLC. It's up. What you're seeing is VLC. Okay, here we go. So this is apparently the golf course, and they're saying that the bodies are buried behind. Wait, bro, the 3D picture shows a lump at the end. Bruh, the 3D picture shows a freaking lump at the end of the golf course. Oh no. Bruh, there's a lump at the end of the 3D picture, bro. Bruh, please tell me. Please, why is there a lump at the end, bro? Guys, are you seeing the lump? Bro, we need to get some dogs out there. Seriously. We need to get some dogs out there, bro. Boy. Y'all seen that lump? Jacob says, that looks like a stupid spot to bury a body. But why would you... Like, I don't even understand. Like, if it's at night and it's all closed, I mean, how the hell would you know? Excadriller says, first, is Trump your favorite president? Are you serious? No, I don't like pedos. Richard Hardy says, this is peak Blue Anon. Yo, bro, I'm just saying, dude. There's a lump at the end, bro. They even put it in the 3D picture, bro. They put it in the 3D picture. They're like, yo, check out this lump at the end. I wonder what's there. There's a goddamn lump at the end, bro. And for those who are just joining, right, not realizing the implication of this, I once again point you to this FBI intake form. Please, if you could. Federal Bureau of Investigation, and it is specifically stating, blank witness Robin Leach strangle a young girl during a sex party. He claims that she is buried behind the 19th hole at the Donald Trump golf course. Blank is aware of 3 separate occasions of which girls were murdered and buried there. Blank was told that if he spoke about the incident he witnessed, he would end up in the hole as well. Blank gave Maxwell the idea to put cameras in at the golf course to review the cartel members and understand how to market the 12 to 14-year-old victims to the cartel. Bruh. I'm just saying, get some dog sniffers. Get some sniffers out there, bro. I'm not saying there is. I'm saying, hey, take a look at this really interesting intake form. That is a wild intake form. Get somebody out there. Like, what? This is an FBI claim. Did anybody dig up the 19th hole? That's a very specific thing to say. What is underneath? What is behind in the 19th hole? What is there? Why is there a lump at the end at the exact spot where they said that there's bodies there? Bruh. That ain't a design choice, partner. Get a shovel. Get a shovel, bruh. Get a shovel. Start digging. Check some fucking lump like that, man. Find some freaking 14-year-old body. Bruh. Bruh, could you even imagine? Could you imagine the nightmare that would be? You could see very little of the greens are flat. I'm just saying, dude. It's a claim by some witness to something. I mean, it's black. We don't know who. But they're saying that they're aware that this happened. They're saying that this happened. They're saying that a guy named Robin Leach... Who's Robin Leach, by the way? Who is Robin Leach? Let's look that up. Okay. So Robin Leach, he died in 2018. Bruh. You can't. I gotta look this up. Let's pull up Robin Leach death. All right. By the way, we are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. You want to have a conversation, we can do so. Call in. If you like this kind of content, consider a like. Consider a subscribe. I really appreciate y'all very much. Robin Leach saying, was a British American entertainment reporter and writer from London. After beginning his career as a print journalist, first Britain and then the United States, he became best known for hosting the television series Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous from 1984 to 1995. The show focused on profiling well-known celebrities and their lavish homes, cars, and other materialistic details. Let's pull up his death. Leach was listed in documents relating to Jeffrey Epstein, released in 2026 between 1995 and 1996. He's also accused by a witness of strangling a young girl to death at one of his parties. Personal life and death. Robin married Judith Desser in 1968. They divorced in 1977. He had 3 sons, Stephen, Greg, and Rick. On the 20th of November of 2017, Leach suffered a stroke while on vacation in Cabo San Lucas. He had another stroke on the 20th of August of 2018 and died under hospice care in Las Vegas of 24th of August in age 76. The 20th of August of 2018. Bruh, can I just tell you how much I hate paywalls for news? Paywalls for news is cringe, bro. News paywalls suck. I don't do news paywalls. We don't do that. We don't do that here. Hold on, give me a sec. All right. Robin Leach, 76, dies. Of the rich and famous host, dies. Robin Leach, who became a symbol of unapologetic opulence as host of a popular syndicated television show, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, in the 1980s and 90s, died on Fridays in Las Vegas. He was 76. John Katsilomides, a columnist of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, where Mr. Leach was also a columnist, announced the death on Twitter. He said Mr. Leach had a stroke in November and another on Monday. With a distinctive British accented voice and exuberant exclamation point delivery, Mr. Leach was widely recognized and just a widely parodied during the initial run show from 1984 to 1995 and long after. But he rebelled at the perception that he was himself was as rich as the people whose lavish home and lives was bringing to his audiences. Everyone thinks I make what Oprah does or Cosby, he told the New York Times in 1990, but I don't, because we're in syndication. Lifestyles seemed omnipresent on the television for years, on at all hours of the day or night, on one station or another. The show featured celebrities, business moguls, and other with extreme wealth, and its success resulted in spin-off shows like Runaway with the Rich and Famous. Mr. Leach was often criticized, especially during economic downturns, for glorifying extravagance and serving up softball questions to his interview subjects, but he was unapologetic. Let's see. MB114 says, why are you wearing sunglasses? I'm just going to say it's the studio lights. I got a studio light. Do you see it? It's up here. See it? It's a studio light. That's why. There you go. Are you happy? That, and it looks kind of cool. I think it looks cool. I like it. STDs says, Daddy is cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. But he was unapologetic. Okay, everybody makes a mistake thinking America resents wealth and resents what I'm doing. He told the Boston Globe in 1987 he viewed the show as embodying the values of a capitalist society. No one would watch Lifestyles of the Poor and Unknown, he said. That sounds like a really good show idea. Like, what would the Lifestyles of the Poor and Unknown be? That sounds awesome. Am I crazy in thinking that that would actually be kind of a cool show? Oh, rdanger looks like he wants to come in and have a conversation. Hey, rdanger, are you there?
Yo, what up?
Hey, rdanger. You
How you
gotta
doing,
just
buddy?
come in and just butt in. Just
Try-
butt in.
okay, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I
you
just
gotta
didn't want to
butt
be
in.
rude or anything.
All right, hold on. Let me set my phone to do not disturb. I pull up my notepad. All right, what's up, rdanger?
Oh, I just wanted to talk about this these bodies on the on the golf course here.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that picture?
Which one?
Hang on, you were looking at the golf course thing,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
with the lump.
Yeah. That's well, that's not a picture. It's a it's a video. And I'll get it
video.
for you. I'll get it for you. Where the hell is it?
Man, I can't even.
I'll post it in side
Watch.
chat for you so you can look at it yourself. There it is. So this is the infamous Trump Colts Nick 19th hole.
All right, so
and we'll go ahead and
so
pull it
like
up
when
on VLC as well, so you can so others can see it. We're going to once again show you. There's a virtual picture here where it appears to have the 19th hole right there, and there appears to be a lump on the back of the 19th hole. And they say
right.
this witness is saying that there are bodies buried there. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, because okay, so all right, first of all, before we looked at this, like, what did you picture? Like, I pictured like maybe the 19th hole has got to be next to some woods or something, you know, behind the 19th hole.
Yeah.
And here, this is the 19th hole, then, right? You know that for sure.
Yeah. This is the
it.
19th hole.
So that's a pretty fucking dumb place to bury a body, for one, because you're gonna have a bunch, especially if it's like a shallow grave, right? So for one, you're gonna have to go out there in the middle. Let's give it. You know, let's say this did happen. You have to go out in the middle of the night, bury a little girl, and then redo everything again and make it look like, you know, nothing happened. On top of that, there's a lump, so we're obviously presuming it's a shallow grave since there's a lump, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, right. There would be, right? That's what, because if it was deep enough, there wouldn't need to be a lump. They would just smooth it out, right? And that's why we buried bodies 6 feet deep, because like that's generally the safe consensus where the smell can't get out, right? So if you bury a body in a shallow grave, you're going to be able to smell it. And how many rich fucks do you got going up on that hole, putting in there all day, every day?
Maybe they did.
Well, I mean, like, if they did bury it deep, it would be pretty.
Right?
It would be pretty stupid to leave a lump
there. The claim is that it's like the Sinaloa. Well, no, they're saying, listen, that's just to protect the facade of the building. You know, like you don't know.
If you wanted to protect the facade of the building, you wouldn't bury a body on the property at all.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. What I'm saying is, there's a claim. An FBI intake report, specific witnesses, specific
lots
names,
of FBI intake
specific location. Great.
Yep.
Get a dog out there. Would it hurt?
That too. I think that's a great idea too.
Get a dog out there.
And that's one thing that I thought too, like, because I was listening, I was like, well, has it been investigated yet? How do we know it? Like, do we know? Like, maybe they did come by and do that. That was made like back, 2018, right?
And Shfifty is saying,
FBI,
or they fed a gator in the water trap.
Yeah, like there's gators, there's the Everglades. There's so many places out there to like hide a body. Hiding a body like right on top of a green is like one of the dumbest things you could do.
I don't know.
Especially like surrounded by water. Like,
I don't know.
Come on, it's on an open island, dude. Like no trees around.
I said, dude,
that building right there is overwatching it with all those windows.
Hold
on.
Like, they could kick everybody out. Come on, it's closed. Nobody's in there. Yeah, it's like middle of the night. This is totally feasible.
They have like constant staff, constant security going around.
You don't know that.
That's just
they were all home for the day. They're gone. There's no staff. Trump told them to do it. You just say, hey, everybody, go home.
That still doesn't mean anything, though, dude.
I'm saying, dude, get a dog out there. Get a dog out there. Get a dog out there.
I say get a dog out there, too. But how do you know they already have, though? How do you know they didn't do that already?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe you should look that up.
I don't know.
Find out if they did or not. I mean, I doubt they did. But you never know. They might have done it. I'm just saying, like, burying bodies at that spot, like, I was like, what the fucking island on a green? The entire island is a green too, like for golfing. Like, well, dudes are walking all over that.
Yes. So it says right here, This is on the Times of India, saying that there is no public record exists that law enforcement investigated or confirmed the authenticity of the claim.
Right.
So it's like, bro, you got to go out and check. You just got to check.
And we'll see, that's the thing. They also can't just do that just because someone gave a drop on a tip line, right?
Dude, if there is, I'm sorry. If there is, hold on. This is one of the biggest conspiracy theories to have been confirmed completely true, involving the president of the United States of America, involving dead bodies and the Sinaloa cartel. Why the fuck would you not investigate that? I'd investigate that. Dude, if I was the leader of the FBI, I'd be like, go now. Send the fucking team. Do it now. Don't do it without any.
Well,
do not let Donald Trump know that that's happening. Right. Go now.
Let me show you why. I'm going to tell you why they don't do it. It's not that simple. Because I could call an FBI hot tip line and tell them that you were in Mar-a-Lago doing all that stuff and make up a bunch of shit.
Well, great. They pull up phone records and find out that I wasn't fucking there.
Should I? Yeah, like
that would be it. But here's the thing, right? They would investigate.
Well, all right.
Yeah, no, you should investigate. Wait, hold on. Do you think that they should investigate intake forms, or no? Just fuck it. It could be anything. Who cares?
There's thousands of intake forms, thousands upon thousands.
Yeah, that's why you're given millions and millions of dollars to investigate these things.
So they take an intake form, right, and then they usually try to get back to the person about it and confirm it.
You even agree that they should investigate. Why are you coming up with excuses?
No, I'm not coming up with excuses. I'm telling you why it's not a reason to fucking do it.
Of course it is. I asked you, hey, should we go out and send a dog out there?
No, it's
you said,
not,
yeah, we should send a dog out there.
Say anything about anyone to the FBI, and they would have to investigate it.
All right, so should they send a dog out there?
They do not literally. They literally do not have the resources and manpower to investigate every single little claim that is told to them. They get
fucking get a dog out there to smell. Get a dog out there to smell. That is not hard. That's not a difficult permission. What? Permission? What?
No, I didn't say
go
permission.
Out there. Just go out there. Get a dog.
I said go out and do it. Call up your fucking congressman and ask him to do it.
They ain't gonna fucking.
You got a congressman.
They're never gonna do it.
You got a congressman. You have a congressman, or are you in DC?
Yeah, no. I do have a congressman, and they're not gonna fucking do shit because they're in Trump's pocket. So is the FBI, for that matter. They're not gonna do this investigation. It's never gonna happen.
Half the government is against Trump, man. Like, come on.
That's not true. The entire Justice Department has been completely overrun by Trump acolytes.
Half the fucking government has been trying to take Trump down for a long time.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, come on.
Who's the leader of the FBI? Go ahead. Why don't you help me out?
Who was the leader of the FBI before Trump?
It was a guy that was appointed by Donald Trump, who is a sycophant of Donald Trump. It's Kash Patel, dude. They're not going to send a fucking investigation squad to go check on Trump's 19th hole. They're not going to do that. They're just going to look at this piece of paper and go, that's interesting, and then hide it.
Well, the director of the FBI.
Hey, what about this other thing that's not related to what is being talked about?
Just because that's something that no FBI director did anyway.
No argument.
The thing has been going on.
Not an argument. Not an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's
because
really
nobody
not.
did it before.
Because all you're doing is providing a whataboutism. You're not really explaining why there shouldn't be an investigation, and you're already agreed that there should be an investigation.
More on the Epstein files has come out now.
Bro.
It's come out now under Trump than anything else, man. Come on. Like, seriously.
All right. Well, there should be there should be an investigation. Bare minimum, there should be an investigation.
Well, that's your opinion.
And by the way, there was an active investigation of Epstein under Biden, but because it was an active investigation, they couldn't release the files. So that's beside the point.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I just didn't see anything coming out under them.
Well, good talk.
But that's the body thing, dude. Like, no fucking way there's a body on that green. That's all I came in to kind of say. Like, there's no fucking way there's a body.
But you agreed that there should be a dog.
That is the most ridiculous shit.
You agreed that there should be a dog.
No,
I agree. There should be a dog. Let's get a dog out there. Let's get a dog out there.
Get you to be quiet about
it. But that's true. Get a dog out there. It's simple. That's not. That doesn't require this giant investigation. You just have a dog that goes out there, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, totally. They probably might. They might,
good,
bro.
it was good talking to you. I'm going to ask you to mute,
Wait.
and then we're going to move on, okay?
All right, later, man.
Appreciate it. All right. See, that's wild to me. We got Coyote, we've got Ogrish Crusader, we've got Strat. I don't know. You guys have anything to say about this? What do you guys think? You don't have to mute. You don't have to mute. It's fine if you don't feel like talking. It's fine.
Hello?
Hello.
Yo.
What's up, Ogrish?
Did you see that golf course thing?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, that's quite the design flaw in the CGI art, you know? Big mind. Yeah. It's very big.
What do you think? You think
I think it's ridiculous. Who thought a fucking good idea to let a cartel member design a golf course? I make adjustments.
No, it's not the cartel member is designing the golf course. It's that they put a body somewhere and they're thinking that it was put behind the 19th hole.
I tell you, us Irish people, we wouldn't put a body under a golf course. We'd put it in the ocean.
That's a good point, I guess.
Clearly, this is slow thinking. Very slow. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Was that it?
That would be correct, Daddy.
I'm just saying, dude, if there's a claim, right, that there's a body in the golf course, all right, great. Then get a dog out there. Go sniff around, dude. Like a tiny investigation. They haven't done anything. No investigation. No nothing. No information.
The JCB. Dig it up. Find it.
What?
I said they should dig it up and find out.
I don't know if it,
My accent that hard?
For sure. Right? They could even say, don't worry, we'll put it right back to normal.
Exactly. They have insurance for a reason.
Let's see here. Hood Monkey says, so here, dude, I'm going to do this in Hood Monkey's accent. So I can already tell Thirsty Firsty is full of shit because what golf course has 19 holes? What a dumbass. Wow, dumbass. Hey, dumbass. Maybe you want to actually Google the fucking 19th hole at the fucking Trump National Golf Club at Colts Neck. Dumbass. Maybe you want to actually look up what this is. It is literally, it's like a novelty thing that happens in his normally 18 hole golf course that when there's a tie, they could do the 19th hole. That's what it is. So yes, there is a 19th hole in Trump's National Golf Club at Colts Neck. You can look this up yourself. It's right there. Let's look this up. Here. Yeah. Okay, dumbass. Because you're calling me a dumbass. No, it's you that is in fact the dumbass. You literally have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You're the one being a dumbass. You can see here's the virtual tour of New Jersey's premier golf course. And this is the Trump National Golf Club at Colts Neck. So you'll notice that it has 18 holes. But what do you know? There's a 19th hole. You fucking idiot. Fuck, dude. How do you sit there and so confidently type something having absolutely zero fucking idea of what you're talking about? Holy shit, dude. Uh-oh, I triggered Thirsty. Oh, yeah, it turns out that when he gets angry at me being completely idiotic, that, I triggered him. No, you're an idiot, dude. You're just an idiot. Google this stuff before you open your dumbass gob. Damn, you're dumb. Fuck me, dude. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. All right, let's take a look at some comments. So there was a guy who, where we went back and forth a bunch. Let's let's see here. So it says, caller argues that Hispanics do not like Bad Bunny. Insane. This was 9 hours ago. Channel censors telling me this guy needs a job. Anybody who watches my show knows 100% certainty I definitely have a job. And so I responded by saying, why do you think that I do not have a job? You clearly don't watch my channel if you think I do not. Channel censors then says, First Amender, you should stick... Ooh, phone number. You're on the line with First Amender.
What's up, First?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'll do the little chit chat with Rob tonight. That's not a problem.
Okay. How much time do we got left? You got to hop on my Discord in 5 minutes.
Well, what's her name? Shifty said 8 o'clock, so that's probably what time he'll show up too.
Okay.
So I'll talk trash to you on here for 9 minutes, and I'll go in the bedroom and put the computer on. So anyway, First, so you have an anonymous tip.
Oh.
A lump in a golf course.
Pause for a second. Pause for a second, right? Hood Monkey says, because it's called a joke. I know you guys have no humor on the left, but my God. All right, dude, you sitting there calling me an idiot. Guys, it was just a joke, even though I rub it in your face that you have no idea what you're talking about. And somehow that was the joke. Oh, haha, I'm sorry. I forgot to laugh. What a fucking douchebag. He won't even own the dumbass thing he said. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So, you've got an anonymous tip. You have a lump in a golf course you found online.
Not an anonymous
and you
tip.
want an investigation.
It was not anonymous. It was the name of the victim was blacked out in the report, but we know who the person, they would know who the person is.
No, I'm sorry. The person who gave the tip, were they anonymous?
They are not anonymous.
So the name of the person who gave the tip is in those files and you can see it.
They're in the files. I cannot see it because I'm not the FBI that had access to the unredacted files, but the FBI did redact the files so they would know who they redacted.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was talking about the information you have. So what you have, you don't have the actual name. It's an anonymous tip, right?
No, it's not anonymous. They know who the person is that made that report.
Okay. Back up for a second. First, are you talking about the FBI report or the person who reported where the body is?
The FBI report is, okay, and I'll read it one more time for everybody to see.
No, please. No, don't waste our time like that.
Okay, the person that is reporting it, their name has been redacted in the file. Right? They're saying,
okay, so from your point of view, First Amender's point of view, do you know who's making that claim?
No,
you don't.
No,
right?
No clue who's making the claim.
So as I said before, you wasted this time. You have an anonymous tip. You have a lump that you saw in the photograph.
That's not what an anonymous tip is. Just because
because
I don't know who it is doesn't mean it's not. That doesn't mean it's anonymous.
I'm sorry. What does anonymous mean when you're calling in a tip? What is an anonymous tip? Please tell me first.
Anonymous tip definition. Isn't it where you can't identify the person?
Then you can't identify this person.
I myself cannot identify the person, AWOL, but the FBI agent who took in the fucking intake report where it is not fucking anonymized would know who the fuck it is, AWOL. Are you serious? You can't be this stupid, right? I'm sure you're smarter than this. You're smarter than this. Okay. Does the FBI know who it is or not? Does the FBI know? Yes or no?
Yes, they do.
Okay, great. So it's not an anonymous tip, is it? Stop. So it is not an anonymous tip, is it? It is not an anonymous tip, is it? It is not an anonymous tip, is it?
Yes, it is. Can I tell you why?
Okay, how is it an anonymous tip?
Shut up. You asked me a question. Let me answer. Okay. If you go back in our conversation, I already made this distinction. I said the FBI knows. But do you, First Amender, know who's making this tip? No, you do not, which you've already admitted. So to you, it's an anonymous tip. Am I right?
No.
You're a
Because
fucking
that's not
moron.
what an
But
anonymous tip is. That's not what it is.
For you,
in order
it
for
is
a
anonymous.
tip,
You do not have to
asshole, they're not tipping me. They're tipping the FBI. They're not tipping me, asshole. They're tipping the FBI.
No, idiot. Okay, wait. Let's stop name calling before I actually call you names I mean instead of just playful names. For a moment, go back to what I said to you first. This is on your perspective. By your metric, I'm sorry. You said that you don't know who the person is who gives the tip. So to me, that means you're taking an anonymous tip. You've taken a picture you saw on a golf course, and you're calling for an investigation.
Yeah,
Is that
why not?
statement wrong?
It wouldn't hurt to have a dog out there. Why not?
Wow, I'm glad we could finally get to the point.
Get a dog
You
out there.
who talk shit to everybody who calls in here about a conspiracy theory now want to go dig up stuff because you have
Motherfucker.
2 pieces of evidence.
Motherfucker, it's a speculation. We
you
don't
don't know who
know.
made
The
the
answer is we don't
accusation.
know. So you know what you do when you don't know something? When you're not sure that I didn't say that there was a dead body. I said that we're not sure. We should investigate. That is something worthy of
I'm
an
calling you
investigation.
out.
Don't you agree? Is that something that is worthy
I'm
of an
calling you out.
investigation?
I'm calling you out because you shoot down every conspiracy theory that comes across your bow.
Holy shit.
But
It's not a conspiracy theory to do an investigation.
You're talking
It
about
is
we
not
should
a
have an
conspiracy
investigation.
theory to do an investigation, you idiot. Do you understand?
I understand that you're sensitive.
Dude,
Because
it
I'm
is
making a good
not
point and you
a
don't like it.
conspiracy theory to do an investigation from a credible source. The FBI should be going out there and checking the claim. That's what the FBI does. It is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It is the biggest conspiracy that has been confirmed to be true of a child sex trafficking ring that involves the president of the United States and some of the richest people on planet Earth. And you're thinking, I don't know if that's worth an investigation. We get these every day. What the fuck?
Well, I think that you're kind of exaggerating this because my main point is picking on you for the fact that you don't believe in conspiracy theories. But it only took 2 pieces of evidence, of which is shaky at best, for you to call for an investigation.
Call for an investigation. Why not?
Shut up first. Chill out
Jesus
for a moment.
Christ, dude.
I think the only reason you're so heated is because there's
it's
no
stupid.
racism you can deflect with it.
Because it's stupid. You're sitting there worried about like, oh, is it an anonymous tip? I mean, you can't see the name, so therefore it's anonymous, despite the fact the person would be literally identified by the FBI, and the FBI would know because they have access to the files unredacted. That's not what an anonymous tip is. Just because I don't know the name of the person because the FBI decided to black out the name, well, okay, great, but, then fucking investigate it. It's not an anonymous tip.
I'm talking about what it takes to influence you to call for an investigation. Let me ask you a question. During the whole Somali Leering Center debacle, weren't you saying a lot of things about it being racist instead of actually focusing on the fraud?
At what point did I not say don't investigate? I said regarding that to investigate.
No. I didn't say you did. I did not say you didn't say investigate. What I'm talking about is you talked about the racism far more than the fraud, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because your priorities are fucked up.
My priorities are not fucked up. Your priorities are fucked up because you're looking at the world's most fucking insane fucking thing that has ever fucking happened. And there is this very insane claim that is being made that is like, wow, that is a really fucking insane thing. That would be wild if that actually fucking happened. I wonder if we should get one fucking dog out there, bro. One dog. Just sniff around. Check.
Okay,
anywhere. Smell. Do
Okay.
something.
First, I'll throw your bone. I agree with you, man. I really do. Okay, calm down. Just calm down a little bit. I'm just picking on you about how quickly you can change your opinions on conspiracy theories. Is Pizzagate real?
No,
Was
it's not real.
Pizzagate real?
It's not real.
Pizzagate's not real.
That's correct. Pizzagate is not real.
You're yammering through if you're going through the Epstein files and you're so heated about this body on this golf course, have you not seen all the references to pizza and how they're actually going back and meeting?
Yes, I have.
But you still don't think that Pizzagate was real
That's
at all?
correct.
Well, I'm sorry, because I was a fucking idiot for that last example. But please, tell me why Pizzagate doesn't seem to be verified by the Epstein files.
Sure. So Pizzagate is a conspiracy theory that went viral during the 2016 United States presidential election cycle that falsely claimed that the New York City Police Department had discovered a pedophilia ring linked to members of the Democratic Party while searching throughout Anthony Weiner's emails. It had been extensively discredited by a wide range of organizations, including the Washington, D.C. police. The personal email account of John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign chair, was hacked in a spear phishing attack on March 2016. WikiLeaks published his emails in November of 2016. Proponents of Pizzagate conspiracy theory falsely claimed that the emails contained coded messages that contained several high-ranking Democratic Party officials in the U.S. restaurants with the alleged human traffic child sex ring. One of the establishments allegedly involved was the Comet Ping Pong Pizzeria in Washington, D.C. Members of the alt-right conservative journalists and others who urged Clinton's prosecution of her use of an unrelated private email server spread the conspiracy theory on social media outlets such as 4chan, 8chan, Reddit, and Twitter. In response, a man from North Carolina traveled to Comet Ping Pong to investigate the conspiracy and fired a rifle inside the restaurant to break the lock on a door to a storage room during his search. In addition, the restaurant's owner and staff received death threats from the conspiracy theorists. Pizzagate is generally considered a predecessor to the QAnon conspiracy theory, but it also generated another offshoot conspiracy theory called Frazzle Drip, which involved Hillary Clinton participating in some ritual murder of a child. Pizzagate resurged in 2020, mainly due to QAnon, and again in 2026 during the release of the Epstein file. While it initially spread only the far right, it has since been spread by users on TikTok who don't otherwise fit a right-wing conspiracy theorist mold. The biggest Pizzagate spreaders on TikTok appear to otherwise be mostly interested in topics of viral dance moves and Black Lives Matter. The conspiracy theory has developed and become less partisan and political in nature, with less emphasis on Clinton and more on an alleged worldwide elite of child sex traffickers. So again, Pizzagate, the actual fucking, this Comet Pizzeria, this whole fucking thing, bullshit. It was total bullshit. Proved to be bullshit.
Proved to be bullshit. Okay.
Yes.
Couple things first. You seem very angry.
Yeah, because it's annoying.
You even read that angry.
It's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying to listen to people say the dumbest fucking shit ever. I have to correct them on the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And then I point out, hey, check out this claim. Shouldn't there be an investigation? And then they go, his name wasn't blacked out. We can't investigate. I don't know. I only said that we should investigate to calm you down. That's all we did. Bro, dude, what's with the protection? Why you so stuck on Donald Trump? Donald Trump is a pedophile. Why the fuck do you want to protect Donald Trump? Why? Why? Why would we want to protect Donald Trump? At bare minimum, Donald Trump is complicit in what Epstein had been doing. He knew about what he was doing, and rather than calling the police on Epstein, instead, he gave him a slap on the wrist and kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Do you understand the problem behind that? If you find out that your friend was going to your house and using your house in a child sex trafficking ring, don't you think you'd call the cops?
Wow. Let's see. First of all, you're like a child on the sugar rush and you're just running around. This isn't about defending Donald Trump. Just like when you're talking to Rob
Answer
earlier.
my question.
Well, shit. First, you screamed about quite a few things. Calm the fuck down.
That was a question.
First
I
and
said,
foremost.
don't you think if you found your friend was using your house for child sex trafficking, don't you think you'd call the cops?
Here's what I would change on your question. If I found out my friend was doing something questionable, because if I answer that question like that, I have to agree with you that Trump is a pedophile. And honestly, I don't know if I can put that on him.
Oh my God. I'm putting you
Shut up
in
first.
Donald
Shut
Trump's
up, seriously. You've been
shoes.
ranting the whole time. You
I
keep
am
asking
putting
me
you in
questions
Donald
for my
Trump's shoes.
perspective,
You're not
but I
answering the
can't give it
question
because you keep ranting.
because you're not answering.
Shut up.
You're not
I am
answering the
answering.
question.
Shut up. I'm not
Oh my
talking at the
God,
same
then
time you
answer the
are.
fucking
Shut up.
question, please.
Shut
For
up,
God's
idiot.
sakes.
Shut up. Okay, good. You got to control yourself again. As I was saying, the question you were initially asking me, if that was my friend and I found that they were doing some questionable activity, I would distance myself from them immediately. What I could prove and what I couldn't prove is the difference of what I would do. Now, ask Donald Trump and his oath if he's a pedophile or not. I don't know that. I'm not going to say it for sure because I don't know it. It's that simple. And
All right.
last but not
Well,
least,
we know Donald Trump was
last
aware
but
what
not least,
Epstein was
I'm
doing in his
addressing all your
parties. We
questions.
know that. We know this.
Oh my God, first, please, we hear you talk all the time. Let me just finish the questions you asked me. The last one. This whole thing is not about defending Donald Trump. I was laughing at you because you can get a conspiracy out of a tip that you don't know about, even if the FBI knows, and a picture you see on the internet within 5 minutes. You said
Sure
we
is
should call for an
convenient that he happened to
investigation.
appoint
Shut
Cash
up,
Patel.
Mr. Loser. Just chill out. Act like we have an actual moderator for a second. And let me finish a 1 minute burst of talking. And then you can rant some more.
I'm just hearing
Is that cool?
the pedophile apologetics, and I'm sorry. It's got me fucking sick to my stomach.
Shut the fuck up. It turns your stomach. It
does, man. It's
first.
gross.
Oh my God. So anyway, where was I before you were babbling? Because you think that that's fine. I don't really care what you think on that. But I wasn't defending Donald Trump's rights when I was talking about your conspiracy and we should dig the bodies up. What I was making a point of is you had 2 points of interest and you were like, let's do an investigation. But then something like Pizzagate, which now, according to these files that we're seeing, pizza's mentioned all the time. Celebrities are talking about pizza on television for the last 30 years. That's not enough connections for you to believe in Pizzagate. But you're also saying we should go dig up a golf course.
Well, because we
Do you not
investigated
understand how you don't make
Pizzagate
sense to
and
me?
found that it was false years ago. The Pizzagate
But first,
conspiracy
look at
theory,
what-
it falsely claimed the contents of the emails were using coded messages on several high-ranking Democratic Party officials. That was found false. It's just wrong. There is no debate about that.
Wait.
It is that. Now,
Stop.
now,
Stop.
once
No,
again,
who
right?
founded false?
Here's what I
Who
would do.
founded
Let's say,
false?
shut up. Let's say that I was, if I found out that I was having parties on a constant basis at my house, and I find out one of my friends was using my house for his child sex trafficking ring. Bro, I'm not kicking
would
him out
agree
of
with
my
you there.
house. I got news for you, dude. I'm calling the cops. But Trump didn't do that at the time. What Trump did instead was, oh, I gotta kick him out of my house, and then I'm gonna distance myself from him. But we are still good friends. Like, dude, why wouldn't you call the cops? He
Here's
knowingly
the problem.
trafficked children, and Trump was aware of it. He knew that he was trafficking children at his house. And rather than calling the cops, he protected this rich motherfucker and this rich pedophile motherfucker and says, let me give you a slap on the wrist and kick you out of my house. Okay, bye, Epstein. I'll write you later. Like, bruh, dude, come on, man.
Well,
Use your brain.
Trump derangement syndrome is a real fucking thing. First, let's take politics
It's
out
not
of
a
this
Trump
for a split
derangement syndrome, dude. It's talking about
I think that you do.
how
I think
Trump
that you-
protected
No,
Epstein.
wait, stop. I'm sorry, say that again.
It's talking about how Trump protected Epstein. I'm sorry, if my friend was found to have been using my house for child sex trafficking, that's not a kick him out of the house moment, dude. That's a call the fucking cops. What? Get this guy arrested immediately, now. Like, what?
Okay, first, here's the problem, okay? When you gave me your example, you said this person has a child sex ring, right? If me and you differ on the point where you're saying that, by your point of view, the person knows that their friend has a sex ring. That's completely different from thinking your friend might have done something you're not exactly sure what it was, right? No, we're breaking it very simple. Is there a difference there?
I don't know what the fuck you're saying, dude.
Of course you don't, because you're so fucking emotional that you don't actually listen to people. First Amender, do you think that I'm defending pedophilia in any way?
No.
Okay, so the whole crux of this argument isn't a political thing. It's what you think the person's guilty of, right?
Yeah, based on the files that we have available to us, Epstein was at Mar-a-Lago and used Donald Trump's parties to traffic little girls.
Okay.
He knows that they invited little girls, and he knows that Epstein was messing around with little girls and trying to traffic them. He knows that. He knows that was happening. When he found out that he was using it at the party, he didn't call the police. He said, "Okay, Epstein, you're not allowed to go to my parties anymore. You're kind of weird." Little bit of a understatement, don't you think? A little bit of a maybe act a little bit with a more can-do attitude there. You know, art of the deal, maybe the cops.
Yes, you don't agree with him the way he handled it. I get it.
Not at all.
Now, are you saying that? Now, of course, there was an investigation. You're saying that at the time, Donald Trump knew exactly what was going on.
He knew that Epstein was messing around with little girls at minimum.
Okay.
At his party. He knew that.
Okay. Now, the evidence you've already given me, does any of that make Donald Trump the actual pedophile?
I don't know. We don't know that.
I'll take that. Because the difference in my way of thinking, and again, it doesn't have to be
at bare
politics
minimum,
here.
he's complicit in what Epstein had done. At bare minimum.
Okay, I could agree with you on that.
This is like
I could agree with you on
100%
that.
an impeachable offense in my book. Like we
Okay,
should
great.
have
I can
impeached
agree
this
with you on
guy
that.
bipartisan a long ass fucking time ago over this.
Well, now,
This is
now I'm
way
backing
worse
up a
than
little bit 'cause
Watergate.
I'm not agreeing with that part of it.
This is way worse. You don't think this is worse than Watergate? You know what they did in Watergate?
Well, yeah, of course it's worse than Watergate. But you asked me 4 questions, you don't let me answer anything. I was agreeing with you as far as like, let's say that I have some shady friends and I have some friends who shot people. Does that mean that I shoot people?
No, it doesn't.
No. Okay. Now, please, let me just finish this example. All I'm saying to you is that I could have dirty ass associations and not be accused of the exact same crime as them and still be a horrible person.
Well, to be fair,
Let me finish. God damn it first. You got me. Damn. I'm sorry, Lord. This man's annoying me right now.
to be fair, in your hypothetical of somebody shot somebody when they're driving around, you are like, hey, I want to do this with you. You go into the fucking truck, and then they shoot somebody. Be like, bro, why'd you shoot that guy? Man, I'm not your friend anymore. Why aren't you calling the cops? Why aren't you talking to somebody? Why aren't you fucking divulging? Why aren't you giving this information to law
You
enforcement?
doesn't understand hypotheticals. Holy shit, you're like Drax. It went right over your head. You don't even get my point.
I guess not.
First, what I'm saying to you is, what you got heated about was that you got mad because I won't call Donald Trump a pedophile. That doesn't mean that I pulled him out of the dirt of being around Epstein, does it?
I mean, again, I've told you we don't have
No, yes or
direct
no?
proof
Yes
that he's
or
a
no?
pedophile.
Does it or yes or no?
It does not. We do not
Seriously.
have direct proof that he was a that he's a pedophile.
Motherfucker,
At bare
answer
minimum,
my
he's
question.
complicit. I did. I said no. No. The answer is no. No. Again, no. 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 AWOL. No. The answer is no. 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 I said it 3 times, bro. How many more times do I got to say it for you to understand that I already answered your question directly? What is this?
Okay, I
Bruh.
guess that's enough.
Oh my
The
god.
point I'm trying to make to you. No, wait.
Hop
stop.
on the
I think there's
Discord
a
so we can have the
distinction.
battle of the unks.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't enjoying
Yeah, where's the
talking
battle
shit
of the
to you.
unks?
All right, but you're still wrong, First Amender, and
No, I'm
Pizzagate
not.
is real.
Pizzagate
Yes,
ain't
you are.
fucking
Later,
real, you
pal.
idiot.
It is fucking real, you dipshit.
It's not. Pizzagate. Fucking stupid ass bullshit. All right. Oh boy. Battle of the unks. That's wild. All right, let's see. Astro Williams says, I'd love to talk to you, AWOL. We're waiting for the fucking... Where's the unks? Bro, they got to show up. They got to show up. We need some hype music for the Battle of the Unks. What kind of battle music do I do? Ooh, I know. Let's see, hold on. Hold on, let me see. I got it. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, don't play. Hold on. Yeah, this is the song. This is the one. All right, hold on. Here it is. Wait, this isn't the battle music. That isn't what I wanted. We gotta do the battle. Hold on. Copy link address. Copy link address. This isn't the song. That's not it. This is the one. There we go. Yeah, we're waiting for the onks to show up. They're saying they need about 2 minutes. Let's see. First Amender, pull up that email from Robert Trivers to Epstein and read it, please. Robert Trivers? See if I can find it. Let me see. This is... I totally heard you on that, AWOL. I think sticking point was that if you were in Trump's shoes, assuming Trump isn't pedo, would you have called the cops? That's great. Stan the Man says, who is this beta clown? I'm First Amender. Good to see you. Soy Boy Elite. I'm the elite of the soy boys. First contradicted himself because he said Trump was a pedophile, but got no evidence of that. That's fair. That's fair. I don't have any definitive evidence that he's a pedophile. Directly, anyway. But at bare minimum, he's complicit in what happened. That's bare minimum. Excadriller says it could be logically possible, but he has no direct evidence. I'm just saying, hey man, that one claim. Wait, do we have a? Oh no, it's just Poon. How you doing, Poon? You there, Poon? All right, no problem. We'll just as long as you stay quiet, Poon. Make sure you mute. AWOL says, yes, I would have called the cops if I knew my friend had a sex ring. My whole point was how much knowledge did I have and what he did. Let's see. Robert Lemon says, I can't find the call-in. Rob, you were just in the Discord. Just come to the Discord. You were just here. I'm telling you, man, unks cannot figure out Discord. I've told so many unks, hey, you could join the Discord. And then they're just like, I don't know how to join the Discord. I'm an unk. You could do it. You open up my Discord. You'll see the First Amender logo. It's got the blue thing. And then you're going to see there's a channel called Recording Live. It's called Recording Live. You could just come in and you'll be there. Robert, we got to wait a couple minutes for AWOL, who is an unk as well. We're waiting for AWOL and we're waiting for Robert. Let's see. Jackatek says, Bo is a savage. Don't tell him that or he'll time me out again. LOL. Jordan Russell says, what is the criteria for being an unk? Is there a minimum age you have to meet, or is that a mindset? I'm going to say 50.
Minimum age.
I'm going to say 50. That makes
Minimum
you an
age.
unk. You're an unk at 50. I don't know if 40 is the number. 40 doesn't seem right. I'm 36. Would I be an unk as soon as I hit 40? I feel like no. But maybe I would be.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Rob. How you doing? We're waiting for AWOL, who said he needed a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I just don't. I know, you always say that you feel that trans men are men. How's that possible?
By gender.
Yes, but that's not when we say you're a man. We mean more than gender.
I understand that. Yeah, you can refer to it as sex. It's fine. Words have multiple meanings, so I'm referring to it as gender, and also people who are trans would also refer to it as gender because we're talking about a cross from their sex assigned at birth. That's literally what transgender means. If you assume that the sex changes, then the transition would not actually happen. They would just have the same sex as their gender. They would just be cisgendered in that factor. So that's obviously not correct. If somebody is transgender, then that would mean that their gender doesn't match their sex. Understand?
And I'm fine with that because gender is a social construct. I'm fine with that.
Some of it is. Some of it is also neurologically constructed.
Gender?
Yes.
No, gender is a social construct. It's like
so
we say
there are
women are the ones who wear dresses and skirts. That's social construct.
That's socially constructed. That's correct. That portion is socially constructed. But for example, there are known behaviors that are male typical and female typical even in adolescence. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'll say that again.
There are male typical and female typical behaviors even in adolescence.
Yes.
Okay, so then that means even through adolescence there exist male typical and female typical brains. Genetics confirms this.
Life confirms it. If you just watch kids, you'll see it. Yes.
All right. So if you look at embryonic stages of development, what actually causes someone to be male typical or a male from from within a uterus to birth is that there are two hormone surges that occur. There is the one that occurs roughly around 10 to 12 weeks. It is either the presence or the lack thereof of testosterone. that causes there to be the presence of either the growth of a vagina or the growth of a penis. That's what causes the first. Then there is a second surge, which allows the brain to morph into a male typical or female typical brain. And this occurs way towards the end of development. Sometimes you have instances where there is hormonal presence in one but not the other, causing there to be a miscongruence in the brain to your external genitalia.
Okay. I'm still listening. I'm following you.
So that would mean that there is a neurochemical construct to gender.
That's possible.
I'm bored.
We're just waiting for
That's possible.
we got AWOL.
Can you hear me?
Rob is here, AWOL is here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
you
what's
hear
up,
me, though?
AWOL?
Battle of the Unks.
We can hear AWOL. I
up?
can hear you. What up, AWOL?
Okay. Same old same, Rob.
All right, tell you what. Give me one quick second. I'm going to do a quick modification
All right,
to
put
this.
the clock on. Put the clock on him.
No.
Put the
We're
clock
just
on.
going to do a quick I'm going to do a quick modification because this is so good that I have to I have to make a special scene for it, right?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, and your battle songs were
All right, so-
trash. I was like, what?
Man.
First you had elevator music.
No, play Annie up.
Ooh. You don't want to do that. Oh, we
No,
up the
I
head
can't.
like
no,
that.
Okay, so the problem is I can't do any music that is like
Right.
it's
Somebody owns it.
Yeah, I can't do
Somebody
anything
else
like that.
Copyright,
So-
brother.
All right, so just give me a second. I'm
Copyright.
going to make myself really small. That's the first thing. And then the second thing we're going to keep the wallpaper. $9.99 USD sent by 50 saying $9.99 super chat saying Battle of the Unks. Clap clap. Let's go. All right, hold on a sec. Give me a quick second. We're there's like a webhook that I got to mess with. Let me just pull it up. This is the Discord overlay. We're going to put it right here. We're going to make it really big. Big. Nice and big. We're going to make it really, it's going to be the main focus, if you will.
All right. I don't want to
All right.
see the background of your what you call it, of your office.
You want to see my office?
No. I said I don't. When you bring
Okay.
up,
No, you're good. All right. The Battle of the Unks has begun. All right.
all right.
And I will stay quiet. I will
Okay,
let
well-
you guys go at it. What did you guys want to do? Did you guys want to do Trump? Your Rob is a not Trump. AWOL is a Trump, right?
Well,
I'll let him address that.
okay, thank you. By the way, how loud am I? Because I got on headphones. I can't really tell.
You are perfect.
Am I about normal level?
You're smooth.
You
You're
are
smooth.
perfect. I'm going to change your
All
nickname,
right, well,
by the way,
to
to
start
AWOL.
things off, say that again?
I'm going to change your guys' nickname
Oh, okay, cool.
for the sake of the video.
Well, I know Rob in the real world. We're cool with each other.
Oh, shit.
And the thing is that it kind of bothers me that I'm being called a Trumper because I'm not. What it
Yeah.
is that I think that there's a lot of Trump derangement syndrome, and even my friends have it. And so when I bring up points that are just, to me, kind of logical, it might be, people just assume that it's just defensive. Everything the man does, it's just overblown. But that being said, Rob, I know you do want to ask me questions about him, and they'll probably enjoy it. So we should do this.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing, though. When you say that, it's not Trump derangement syndrome. It's just the exasperation that we've had all these presidents, and none of them have done a quarter of the outlandish things that he's done. It's just,
I
it's
agree
so
with that.
exasperating. Oh, well, you agree with it, but then you saying you don't. Well, then you're saying there is no. That means that there is no TDS. They're just
No. Making a commentary on how bad he is different than people who just go on rants. Like, did you hear the conversation I had with just before this?
no. I was moving around. I heard you, but I heard you towards the end.
All right, cool beans. Well, my best example I give you is like, let's say that I say that, well, I don't believe that Trump is a bad businessman. You know, when people bring up, oh, well, he's had this many bankruptcies and blah, blah, blah. You can have a business expert tell you that bankruptcy can be good for a business, but you still won't be
Right.
able to convince that person that he's a good businessman. And when you say that, the next thing you know, for some reason, that will lead into, but how do you feel about him saying grab him by the pussy? Like it'll come out of it doesn't seem linear when people are mad at Donald
Mm-hmm.
Trump.
Right.
Everything that they have a problem with him for one example becomes 30 examples instead of staying on one point.
Okay. Well, addressing that, and staying in just the business part, you would say that I don't understand how he lost money in several casinos. That's like a license to print money. How does he keep
Casinos have
losing
gone.
money in casino? Say again.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of casinos that go under, but I believe in money laundering and things like that. You watch the Ozarks, you know how that goes.
Yeah, sure. But that's fiction. But I don't. That don't mean I don't believe it's not real though. In some form or way. But when we're
Okay, wait,
talking
let's
about,
dive in something else. Ask me to defend something about Donald Trump. That should piss you off.
say that again.
Ask me to defend something about Donald Trump, and I'll defend it
Oh,
or not.
well, how do you defend him not being racist?
Oh, that's a good one. First of all, I think that almost everyone on the planet is racist in some way, shape, or form. And that being said, what? What was that?
I didn't say anything. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't say anything. You might hear my people in the
All right.
background.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Him being racist. Racist people who hate certain races don't do positive things for them, in my opinion. And when you say Trump is racist, I can think of all the things that he's done for different black people in different situations. I can think of the fact that we both grew up in a time during the 80s and 90s where there were no claims about Trump being racist. He was part of so many black public figures' lives. You acknowledge that, right?
Indeed.
And we're talking about all genres: music, boxing, acting, social
Mm-hmm.
work. He he helped fund Jesse Jackson.
I know he was. I didn't. I don't know that he funded. I don't. I'm not saying he do. I never heard. I know he was. They knew each other and they were cordial. I don't know. I
No,
don't know
look
about
it
any
up.
funding.
He
Money.
funded for his campaign. Does a
Okay.
racist do that?
All right. Now let me address that. All those people that they all are famous, right?
I would say for
All
the
those people
most
famous.
part, although no, I would say for the most part, although there have been like random small acts of kindness, but those don't make the news, of course, as much.
Well, I mean, all the people that you listed off, they are all famous.
Yes, they are.
All right. So it's like the thing with Elvis. Elvis was known as said nothing a black person can do for me was shine my shoes. But then
Hmm.
he gave Red Fox a diamond watch. Red Fox was famous, rich, an entertainer. And it's like
Okay.
people that you know who are racist, they could deal. And I'm not meaning just exclusively white people. I'm saying people that you know that are racist could deal with a black person that's racist, could deal with a famous white person
Yeah, I can think of a couple
if they
examples
feel
of
like
that.
they are accomplished. If they feel like that person is accomplished, and it's the same thing with Trump. If you accomplished and you reached up a certain level, hey, okay, I can talk to this person. I can talk to this black guy. But just the
So
random,
what would be the meter of how important the black person is in order to get his attention? I'm just curious with that mind state.
I don't know, because you can't really say it because the rub elbows with him, it takes a certain level anyway,
All
or you
right. So
won't get
what if it's an
y'all
act?
won't be introduced because y'all even you could eat at the same restaurant, but your paths will still never cross.
All right. Let's use the Jennifer Hudson example. You know all about that, right?
Yes,
Okay. So for the general audience, her
not
family
Jennifer,
had a tragedy.
not Jennifer Hudson, Jennifer. I know it's not Jennifer Hudson though. I can't think of her
No, that's
last name.
Jennifer Hudson, dog. No, it's Jennifer Hudson.
Okay,
Anyway,
I thought it was the older Jennifer
tragedy.
Hudson who did Dreamgirls. But go ahead.
What do you mean? Jennifer Hudson isn't older. What do you mean?
No, I'm saying I thought it was the older one, the older
You mean her
Jennifer
mother?
Holiday, Jennifer Holiday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. We're talking about Jennifer Hudson. Okay, so anyway, of course, her family had a tragedy, and Trump put her and the rest of her family up in Trump Plaza for a while.
Uh
What
huh.
did he benefit from that? Like, how does that? How does a racist decide I'm going to make what is that publicity points, or was he just doing a good act?
You know what Trump is? He's a human being.
Okay,
He's a human being. So people going through tragedy, like, oh man, I feel sorry. You can feel sorry for other people. You could be racist and
oh
feel sorry for somebody in that race. Do you think that's possible?
well, yeah, I do, but it kind of goes against the theory. If you're a racist, you could feel sorry, but you wouldn't go out of your way to do extra things, correct?
Hold on a second. Ashkavilla, a- absolutely. Absolutely, he's the worst president in history. Now, so you're saying that it's possible for him to be racist and still, as a human being, have compassion for the situation that she was in, and to just still, hey, let me help her out because I can. She's famous, she's rich, she's talented. Hey, let me do that.
Well, yeah, I could acknowledge that, and you would have to acknowledge that he could have done all those same things without the word racist put in that sentence.
I agree. I agree. But at the same time, you had to say his history. I mean, not just from you can sit there and say, oh, when he was banning black people from his buildings, you can say, well, he was looking at the bottom line. He thought that would bring the property value, and that were people who but didn't want to live with black people would consider his buildings. Okay, I can concede that. I can concede that. Now, then you go looking at all the way he looked at the Central Park Five. Even when they got acquitted, it got overturned. He's still putting out these basic hate anthems against them in the paper.
Well, you're gonna have to roll that claim back because you're talking about when he bought the front page, right?
Yes.
Okay, at the time they were not cleared when he bought that front page. You know that.
But what I'm trying to say is that in New York there are hundreds of crime, terrible crimes per year. Why did he feel the need to go so ballistic on that crime? What was special about that one?
Okay, well, all right, wait, Rob, what was the crime?
You don't remember?
No, I'm asking, do you remember? Because I don't think you remember.
I do remember. It was that these guys they were accused of rape.
How many guys?
I believe it was five.
Five, right? Okay.
It was five of
It
them.
was a hideous crime. It was a hideous crime in the middle of Central Park. All of New York was heated because I remember this personally at the time. Everybody was pissed about that because at the time people weren't as desensitized as they are now.
People weren't as what?
Racism, why he would want to call attention to that.
No, what I'm pointing out is that well, all the horrific crimes that take place just not around the nation, just in New York, why did he feel the need to go so ballistic with that in that instance?
Because he was offended. Does that equal racism?
Okay. No. See what you have to do.
I,
None of
well,
these things are happening in the void.
I can.
That-
We could flip it for a sec. Well, just for a second, we could flip this. Let's say that that you are the filthy rich millionaire who lives in that same city, and now it's a black woman who's attacked by or a white guy, how would you respond to it with your money?
See, you put it in a void. You put just this instant, and you just try to avoid everything I just pointed out to you. That they're horrific crimes. There probably was more horrific crimes in New York that year. But did he
This
regularly
crime.
put out? Did he regularly this put out front pages to admonish the accused?
Maybe this one hit closer to home to him. Who knows why it pissed him off? But please answer my question. You're a millionaire. I've given you the circumstances. How would you use your money to influence the public or get justice for that victim? And remember, at the time, you think that the people are guilty, as the rest of the city did.
I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't throw that kind of heat on people that I don't know factually that did it.
Well, all
If
right,
I
I'm going
didn't
to
go
call
to
you
the
out
court,
on this because,
if I didn't go to the courtroom and hear their testimony and hear the victim testimony, and that victim pointed them out, if I saw that, then I can't say what I would do.
well, remember, at the time when this newspaper article came out, they hadn't even been to trial yet, right?
That's what I'm pointing out to you. I wouldn't make that case
Okay, so,
unless I felt more confident in them doing it. I'm jumped to that conclusion. Why am I jumped to that conclusion? And I feel so adamant that those guys did it. I know they did it. But again, this is not a void. These are just things that are happening. So now you look at how. Okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish that thought if you want to go ahead with that. Go ahead.
okay, thank you. All right. So here's the thing. You're saying that you're not going to pass judgment in an open public way until they've gone to the trials and all that. What I'm saying
Yes.
to you is that someone who's spoken to you before, and even just now during this debate, how many things has Trump done that haven't reached trial that you condemn him for right this minute?
But I know more about what he's done than I know about that park situation.
Mm. What I'm saying to you is that you can jump to the gun and make a decision on your feelings, on how you feel about the person and the situation. Does that
Yes,
make
how
it
I feel about
racist?
the person is a big difference than me condemning them publicly for the whole city slash country to see than just me in a conversation and say, "Oh man, I feel he did it." I feel they did it, man. There's a big difference between me doing that and me taking out paying front page news. It's a big difference in
Well,
those
I
two
think
things.
that you know what? I think there is a big difference, but I'm going to give you a good little comparison. I think the difference is if you're a millionaire and you can afford to do a front page ad,
Oh
it's
no,
no
no, it's not
different than
about the
you
money.
on.
It's just the
Wait, no,
difference
let me
in
finish
doing
my
it.
sentence. Wait, chill, dog, chill. 1 second. So the millionaire can buy that front page ad, but you who are not a millionaire, you're the common man like me, but you have Rob Spot, your Facebook post where you talk about your politics. You can make your accusations there before the trial comes about. And you do that every day on your own Facebook page, right?
Here's the difference. Is again, these are not. This is a deluge of information that comes in from Trump. This is from me watching the case when he was impeached the second time. When we saw they showed it step by step by step by step by step what he did. When we also know that this person had he can't get. Do you agree that he can't receive any benefit of the doubt on pretty much anything?
Of course, I wouldn't agree with that. That's ridiculous.
Okay, well, let's look at it. Do we talking about a person who would take funds from his children's cancer charity,
Hmm.
a guy who put up a fake university, he settled and paid 25 million. A guy who says when he's in front of people arguing against white supremacists, or they're very good people on both sides. A guy who comes
Stop,
to show
stop. Wait, you
uh,
gotta stop. I'm sorry,
oh,
I have to
no,
stop
no,
you
we
there
can't
because you
stop
rocked
yet.
for a minute, but I allowed you to
no,
go.
wait. Okay, I'll just make a mental
Go,
note
now
and go
go,
back to
now
that.
go ahead. You broke the chain. Go ahead.
All right. Now, the good people on both sides. Did you really go there?
Did he say it?
Rob, is that taking on? Were there?
I, again, I'm saying I'm
Like, are
not
you
pointing at
seriously?
one.
Like, are you going to say that that's not rhetoric right there?
No, what I'm pointing out to you is that this is one thing out of 50 things. See, if that was like the only thing he did, I would be like, no, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't bring it up. But it's just his list is so long.
Okay, wait. You're trying to wiggle away from my point, and I will exceed. I mean, I will agree with you on the list being long. But on some stuff,
Okay. How
the people
often?
on both
So
sides,
if you agree that
you're
the
not going to
list is
trust
long,
me.
but what I'm
You're not
pointing
going to
out is
trust
that
me,
no,
Rob.
what I'm saying. Go ahead. What are you saying? Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
seriously, the good people on both sides. You know that's taken out of context, don't you?
Not really, but go ahead.
What? Why is it okay? Hmm.
That's not
All
the
right,
way I would
indulge
phrase it,
me
but I
this.
know what you're trying. I know what you're saying, but
Well, please, still man my argument for me. Why am I saying that it's taken out of context the way you're
no, I
putting
said
it?
I know what you're saying, but taken out of context isn't quite accurate. But continue. I'm looking at all these people sitting there
Okay,
talking about black politics, cookout banter, and all that good stuff up here on the chat.
Ignore
It's
that
funny. But
oh, I
bullshit.
can't even see the
Ignore it.
chat, but it's all good.
Ignore the fucking
Well,
chat.
like I said, I
Chat
think
is
that's the
bullshit.
hold on. Let me
derangement
add this.
syndrome thing going on.
Black politics, yummy.
I'm saying, I was muted here, but ignore
First,
the bullshit. Just ignore the chat. You're always gonna get haters, no matter what you do. So
I
just
didn't think it
ignore
was
it.
hate. It was just funny to me.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
hey, First Amender. Oh, he muted himself again.
What?
Oh, I was curious. Did you want to check out anything?
I mean, I was
No, he
just
said he's
pulling
gonna
up.
let us go.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna let you guys go. I was pulling up the long list of horrible things that the Trump administration had done. Just this very long list of harmful executive actions that he had taken upon himself. There's so much stuff that it's like you end up forgetting all of the things that he has done. I mean, it's just absolutely
It's
horrendous.
so much. You're right. It's overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to it, Rob. Go ahead.
Okay.
Or your
Now I thought you were going, but okay. But all I was saying was that when you look at it, what you admitted to was a very lengthy list. How can you
mm-hmm.
continue to give him the benefit of the doubt?
Okay. I could. All right. Okay. I'm trying the simplest way I can do this. That's how the law works. That's how common sense is supposed to work. You can commit 150 crimes. Doesn't mean that I committed
150
the
what?
150 crimes.
I
150
can't.
crimes. Am I
Well, every
breaking
time you
up?
say 150, you break up.
Hold on a second.
Okay,
Can
now
you hear
you're
me now?
clear. Yes.
Okay, cool. My basic point is that you're saying that okay, this person's done. You're saying that okay, this person's done. This. Oh, see now I'm having my end. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you repeating.
It was Astro that was causing it. I've muted them, so you can continue.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah. Can you hear me clear?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Shit, I just lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
You were saying I was saying about the list, and you saying something about 150
Oh yeah.
something.
We were talking about the giving people the benefit of the doubt. Okay. We were talking about politics. So what you're saying is his list of crimes is so high that we have to believe everything that he's. You're
No, what
basically
I
saying,
said is he
right?
can't receive the benefit of the doubt.
That is receiving the benefit of the doubt.
if you don't receive the benefit of the doubt, that means that people believe everything you're accused of, right?
That's not how I perceive it.
Oh well,
When I say
please.
the benefit of the doubt to me means that I believe that. Well, he probably didn't do it. I don't think I believe he didn't do it. No, I can't say that when somebody is that, like I said, who would defraud everyday citizens, a very, very wealthy person who would defraud people with a fake college, who would take money from an children's cancer charity, who would
Hmm.
go all out into his racism. We're talking about at his casinos, they had to put black people in the back when he was coming through, and just the many various
Oh,
things.
actually, I'd like to address that point there
Go
about
ahead.
the black people in the casino thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, have you ever looked into
Looked into what?
Have you ever looked into that story about the people were told to put the black employees in the back if he ever showed up?
Yeah, I did. It's been a while ago, but I did.
Okay, was Trump convicted of that?
Was what?
Was Donald Trump convicted of that?
No, of course he wasn't. I don't think he was even charged.
You know why? Because it was managers underneath him who were doing that. And me and you, well, actually, me and you did talk about this once before, but my point was that let's just say that I work at someone, so I make an order going down the ranks. If my boss never knew about me giving that order, he shouldn't take the blame for it. Correct?
I think so, but that's not the way things work usually. They always say, "Oh, starts at the top," and I think that way, but that's not the way it works here. And we see people. Uh, if you had a restaurant, one of your employees said something racist, people, you're the one gonna take the hit because people boycott, and it's not even your fault.
That is true. But that's actually proving the point of what I'm saying there.
But what I'm saying is that if that's the way it works in this country, I mean, but what I'm pointing, you say like you say, it's a lengthy list. Why does a person who is showing you to be so despicable? Why do you continue to give him the benefit of the doubt? Now, if you heard,
Okay, wait. No,
I
you know
was
what? Okay, I can give you a clarifying point. I can clarify it for you. When you say giving them the benefit of the doubt, it depends on what you're talking about. If you were to ask me, hey, do you think that Donald Trump would do something shady with the tax market over there? I'd probably say, yeah, fuck yeah, I agree with that. If you also said, I think that, yeah, I think he drowned that maid in a sex scandal in like Guatemala or some shit, I probably might not agree with that part. That's the benefit of the doubt part of it. It's what I think he's likely to do, or what I don't think he's likely to do. That doesn't mean I'm giving him a general protection of everything he does.
do you think he's wrapped up in the he's a part of what's going on with the Epstein files?
Yeah, some parts of it. I don't
No, I
believe that
mean as
he's a
far as the
pedophile.
actions.
I think that
The actions.
I think that he had knowledge of some parts of things. I think that he had to make some fucked up choices as far as what he could and couldn't reveal.
Okay, let me say this
Because,
then. Do, do you
go ahead.
think that a person who would admit that he walks in on girls getting dressed while they're naked in the Miss Teen Universe patch intentionally to see them while they're getting undressed, does that not take? You see what I'm talking about here? It's not just one thing. Is he's doing that? This is the same guy who also says that he just sexually assaults women. I
What do
move
you
up
mean?
on him when he says, "Hey, I grab him right by the pussy." That's sexual assault.
Oh, Rob, shut the fuck up, dog. Even come on, dog. Are you serious right now?
Hey,
Th-
see
Wait,
again.
wait,
Hey,
wait, wait,
Wall,
wait.
are you
Before you
listening to
go
what we're talking?
any further here, if you before you go any further here, are you going to sit there and tell me and male talk around some of the people we've been around in general in our life? You never heard anyone say some objectable shit about women that you would go, so that's a little crazy. but it was just guy talk. You're saying
I
sexual assault.
I have
There's a
never heard a
difference.
dude say. I never heard a dude say, "Yeah, man, I don't even wait. I don't even. I'll just grab him out of pussy, man, right away and kiss him, move on him." I've never heard a dude say that. Not once have I. I've heard some objectionable talk, but I've never heard a dude say, "Yeah, I've talked to him, not grab him by the pussy. I don't even wait for him."
Okay, you know
I've
what? Yeah,
never
you
heard
didn't
that.
hear anyone say that. You never heard anyone say
Never.
that verbatim, but you haven't heard anything around those terms. You never heard anyone talk about how they would press up on a female and you would look at them like, "Oh, that's not right how you do that."
No,
You never
have you
heard
heard
anyone be
somebody
like,
say it?
wait,
Have you heard somebody say it? Something
yes,
like that
yes.
to
I've
that
heard
level.
people talk crazy about how they want to push up on something.
You heard them say, "I just not just one person. I just roll up on women. I just grab them right by the pussy. Shit, I don't even wait on them."
Well, again, you're using Trump's verbatim words. What I'm talking
What
about is
am I
the
supposed to
general
use?
gist of it, right?
What
Well,
am I supposed to do?
Rob, you know that everybody doesn't speak the same, but I'm talking about the message said there. You're trying to tell me that none of your male friends ever talk to you about women in a negative, crude way about trying to push up on them. Plain and
Yes,
simple.
I have. Yes,
Yes,
not
you
one of
have.
them
It's
ever
about being
said,
disingenuous, then, dog.
"No, no, 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 no. There's levels to this. There's levels to
Because
this."
you're quoting him verbatim, like everyone's going to
What
say it
that's I mean,
verbatim,
but
and you know that's not the
this
point.
is the this is the point. The point is this person you keep giving the benefit of the doubt. He said this himself. This is him saying it. This is him who's been accused of rape like 19, 20 times separately. The same guy that says he purposely goes into the locker room where teenage girls are getting dressed and changing. He purposely walks in while they're naked. This is the same guy. How many times can he do things like that? Double digits. I mean, almost like 20 times he's been accused of rape. Says he walks in on girls while they're naked. Says he sexually assaults women. Um, how many times can we keep giving this the benefit of the doubt? And these are known. These are not situations that we didn't know about. We don't know what's behind, you know, in the closet. These are things that are
I agree.
in public. So at one time, how many times can you say that? Can you say, yeah, yeah, that doesn't sound like something he would do? Hello?
Again, I guess it depends on the situation because it's like you're trying to get me to say he's straight out a pedophile, and I don't believe that.
That's not what I've
That's
said. What
all.
I'm saying is I can't give this person the benefit of the doubt time after time after time after time. If you heard that, oh, hey, they said
Oh,
Ross smacked
hell, not.
somebody over there. So what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had a quick thought. Something reminded me. Tell me, how many times has Donald Trump been reported lying? You love that number. What was it?
I don't know, like 20,000, 30,000, who knows?
Come on, tell the truth. I know you know the number.
No, I mean that was 20 something thousand in um the first his first administration. So I don't even know what it is now.
Okay. Well, the thing is about what I don't understand. If you have someone who's lied that many times on record, why do you have to even twist his words or take anything out of context anymore?
Because people are so beholden to him. They've done everything they were supposed to do, and they showed it, and people are still supporting them, and they can't understand why.
Okay. So are there, hmm,
Right. So,
aside
do you
from,
somebody that lies 30,000 times to you? How many
mhm.
times does it take for somebody to lie to you for you to stop believing them?
I mean, I think that's a very good point. I don't think it's addressing my point though. I don't understand if a person lies this much. Don't you think that you're kind of fucking up your own story if you're then caught taking him out of context on purpose? Like to me, it seems like you're justifying. It's like, hey, he lied this many times, so now we can lie on him whenever we want to. That's what it sounds like you're saying, even if that's
Mm,
not what you mean.
mm. I don't know. I think they get I think they just so like overwhelmed
So I want to point out.
at the people. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry to interrupt y'all.
Go ahead first.
We have
Go ahead first.
the official 30-minute mark. Now, this is not a hard cutoff. If you guys want to
Okay.
continue, you can. We're gonna just
Okay, I'm good. You want
up
to
to you.
continue, AWOL?
I'm up. I'm ask the chat. I'm up. I'm cool for it.
All right, we'll do a
Okay.
quick poll, and we're gonna see what the chat says.
Okay.
All right.
Give me one quick
Well,
second
wait.
to pull
Well,
up
we
the
can
chat.
forget. Okay. Can we
AWOL,
talk while you're doing the
ma-
poll?
Yes.
maybe AWOL, maybe we should start doing something like this.
Battle of
Well, I
the
know
X.
we thought about it on Facebook at one time, but like it's gonna happen eventually. You know, I'm still kicking around ideas for my channel.
Okay. Well, we should do something together where we debate.
Hold on, let me get
Of course, not a problem. We can do that because like a lot of Democrats, you still have TDS and you can't help yourself. You
No,
might not
it's
have
not.
noticed. Like
If
I'll tell you what.
if
Here's the problem: is do you know how many times you repeated the same talking points of what crimes he's committed or what crimes he's committed according to you? It's like when y'all talk about Donald Trump,
well,
you
when you
can't
say
just
crimes, I never say
argue.
crimes.
You have to give back histories and then repeat said back history every other sentence.
I don't say
But
crimes.
wait, come on, dog. Yes, you did.
Well, I don't say crimes.
Okay. What? I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood. What were you saying he was doing?
Oh,
Not crimes.
I said the vile acts that he's done, the despicable things he's done. I don't say the crimes he's done.
Okay, I grant you that's good.
Well, okay, but now he did commit the crime. He did and what is the word I want to say? He did as the as the elected president of the United States, he did not do his job on January the 6th.
Oh God, we're going to January 6th. Okay. In what way?
Well, when the Capitol is under attack, we had Congress people in danger. They had to
Hmm.
rush out the vice president, and they
Hmm.
sitting around, and they were sitting there going, hey. They showed that the vice president people were like, hey, let's send in the National Guard. They were like, no, 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 no. It wouldn't want to look like he lost control of the scene. So they're rampaging and rummaging all through the Capitol building for hours. I mean, we watched that
Hmm.
for hours. And then only after, coincidentally, only after the results have been certified, he said he puts out the video, the broadcast. We love you. You're patriots. Go home. And they
Hmm.
did the thing. They said now they showed step by step. Oh, he was in there. He was fighting with the Secret Service because he wanted to go down the hill with those guys, and he wanted came back and he ate dinner. And once it really started, it went off. He was calling Congress people inside, telling them, "Hey, can you delay it? Can you delay it? Can you delay it?" Do you remember all that?
Oh yes, I did. I was just letting you get your TDS
Okay.
off and give you a little 5 minute speech about
TDS.
Trump
Okay.
again.
No, when we start talking about no, you led that because you said that you said I was saying crimes and but he did not administer his duties. He failed in that. Do you agree?
Actually, I do agree with you on that. Let me ask you a
Uh,
question.
yes,
Do
sir.
you feel like it was an insurrection,
If it wasn't, what word would you use? It was an attempted insurrection.
a protest?
Woo! Whoa! I definitely would not say that.
Well, what's your criteria for insurrection? Because for me, it's a force that's capable of taking over a government.
I said attempted insurrection.
Again,
I
what's
said
an
attempted.
insurrection to you?
They attempted to change the results of our election.
All right. Is it an insurrection if 6 people attempt to do that?
If that's their end goal, yes. It's small, but if that's what their goal is, yes.
Okay, so it's just a numbers game. It's not a matter of
No,
how
no, no, no.
efficient the person
I
is
said
or
it's
their.
not the number. I said the exact opposite of that. I said it doesn't matter if it's only 6. It's the fact of what they attempted to do. That they made the attempt to change the results of our election.
Okay, fair enough. Let me ask
You
you about the
agree?
ICE protests. I'm going to agree with you on that. I'll give you that.
Okay, go ahead.
I can see your point of view on that. I still don't think it was an insurrection because I don't think that a bunch of yokels actually had a chance at taking over the government. I think that they just
I
were
don't feel
idiots.
like they had a chance either. But that was their purpose.
Well, yes, but when it's pushed in the media, it's said in such a way that like there was an actual chance of them overthrowing the government. That's the fear mongering that gets pushed.
I don't think I hear that part of it, that they actually had a chance. The only thing that worried me
No,
on that was not.
I hear that part from. I do hear that from the Democrats a lot because remember, whenever they go, matter of fact, not too long ago, I forget who the guy was. He compared January 6th to 9/11 and December 7th, 1941. And this was in Congress. So if you give it that much weight, that you're trying to say that it really had a chance, right?
Wow, he compared them to his attack on the country.
Yes.
Yes, and definitely no. Yes, it was an attack on it. It was on attack on our government, on our election, but the scale of it are hugely different scales, though. Hugely.
True, I agree. So first, what's up with your survey? What's it saying?
It's even. Guys, if you guys want to
Wow.
keep it going or you want to end it, make sure you vote. Vote now. We've got only 10 people voted, but we got over 18 people watching right now. So if you're on YouTube,
Mm.
please vote so we can come
Well,
to a
then vote,
determination.
or better yet, give us a subject question that we can debate about.
Oh man.
But wait, while we're waiting for that, yo, Rob,
Yes, sir.
you heard how First Amendment's going around. What's the term? Uh, oh yeah, Uncle Ruckus. So
Yeah.
as someone who's been called Uncle Ruckus before, I was a little offended by it. How do you feel
Um,
about him using that term?
How do you sit there not
First,
get
you can get in
offended
on
by
this.
grab them by the
I felt
pussy, but you're offended
I
by
felt it
Uncle
was apt.
Ruckus?
I felt it was apt because that guy last night, I heard him twice say when he was talking about white people, he said we twice. The second
Yeah, he
time he
did.
caught
He made
himself
note
and
of
he
it.
corrected it. He corrected himself. That was the second time. And when he said he was talking about black people, he said them. So a guy who is what 75% black, he says, and you say it's us and then it's them for black people, yeah, I can't even be upset with that.
Okay, so I
Thank
guess
you.
the distinction is when a person doesn't claim their race or their group.
Right. Or you know what your race is, you know what your group is, but you always against it and you always champion the other group. That's what Uncle Ruckus he champions white people. That's what Ruckus does. And he's
I
oh
think that's fair to
you
say.
you you supposed to know better. You a little mulatto child.
Nah.
Yeah, you supposed to know better.
I got
So
that
yeah,
Revitalago.
I
I
could
get
see it. I
blacker
was
and
saying that
darker.
last night. That guy, I could see it. When you saying it's us with white people, but your own people, it's them. Yeah. Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So to both of
But
you, wait on a second.
AWOL, like, how is it that you don't seem to get offended at all by, grab them by by the pussy, but you're offended when you hear the word Uncle Ruckus being directed at somebody who's being directly disparaging to black people, being he himself a black person.
Well, I'm going to be fair to you first. I think that, what's his name? Marte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you probably could get that title, but I didn't think the Mary got it. And as far as the whole being offended thing, I'm kind of joking with you. It takes a lot to really offend me. Because even with the grandma by the pussy example, I think men check other men way more than women think in general anyway. And I think that he was having a private
You said
conversation.
men way more what?
Men check other men way more than women give us credit.
Okay. I agree with that.
As far as
I
like
try not to
that
be
type
one
of
of those
behavior.
men. But I agree. I can agree with that.
But the thing with you first is like, what makes someone after Ruckus? Okay, I'll grant you the Marte thing, but I wouldn't give you the Mary Sue because the problem with that is
Mary Chew.
he didn't make. I thought it was Mary Sue, Mary Chew. Okay, fair enough. Just because she didn't agree with your point of view, you called her Ruckus. Not because she hates
because what she is doing is that she's denying the experience of other trans people and is saying, well, other trans people need to think like me. For example, right? They'll say, well, why do they have to respect pronouns? Why do they have to respect pronouns? That's like a really pivotal thing about like a trans person's identity. And it's like, I get that she herself doesn't find it to be important because I don't know, maybe they pass. Maybe it's, they don't like being bugged about it. Maybe there's all sorts of reasons why that they would be like that. But if it stopped there where it was like, well, listen, I don't care about it, then we wouldn't have an issue. I wouldn't call her, an Uncle Ruckus. But not only does she not have an issue, but she has an issue with anybody that wants to affirm their pronouns. And she thinks other people need to think like her. And if you don't think like her, you're a bad person. It's like, what are you arguing? And anytime I've had people quote the Mary Chew at me, it's always been a transphobe saying, see, look, this trans person agrees with me. Just like the fucking Uncle Ruckus type. So I called her an Uncle Ruckus, and I think I accurately called her that.
Okay, but first, every one of those accusations you do yourself, man. Again, this is a trans person. This is a trans person who doesn't think like you want them.
When did I tell people that they got to think like me? When?
All
when
the
have
time.
I? No, I don't. No, I don't. No.
Yes, it is.
I try to convince. I try to convince.
You do want people to think like you first.
No, I try to convince people of a specific way of thinking. But if you don't think like me, that's fine. You obviously have a different perspective.
I think you're playing word games.
I'm not playing word games.
You're playing word games.
Oh my God.
If I want you to think like me, isn't that the same as trying to convince you to think like me?
What? I didn't understand that question at all.
Okay, First Amender. Should people be more accepting of trans people?
Should people be more accepting of trans people? Yes.
Would you like them to think that way?
Yes.
Okay, so what makes your message any different?
Well, so the difference is that this is just like addressing the basic humanity, the basic existence of people, whereas Mary Chew is denying that existence and being disparaging towards trans people when they don't think like her.
Mm-hmm. Rob, can you step back for one split second? I just want to ask him a couple more quick questions.
Yeah, well, it's actually we're actually gonna end it because it looks like that we got enough votes, and it looks like just slightly above to end the battle of the unks.
Okay.
Well, that's a shame. Well, I did enjoy it though. I need to do this.
We got to do it again, yeah, for sure. We got to do it again.
All right.
Well, Rob, enjoy your night. First, enjoy your stream.
Sounds
right.
good. And
All right,
then
AWOL.
well, I'll answer your questions, AWOL, if you like.
Okay, well, all right, well, let's stick with it for a split second. First, you had a couple of trans people actually call your show and disagree with you, and
Yes.
you kind of invalidated their points of view. Does that make you a
Yeah, because
ruckus?
because what they're doing is invalidating other trans people's point of view. I'm
But
literally
that
saying,
would be
hey, I'm
what you're
perfectly
doing,
okay.
right?
No, dude, do you understand what the paradox of tolerance is? Do you know what that is?
Please feel free. Go ahead.
All right, I'll pull it up real quick. Hang tight. Let me
Oh no, not
let me
yet. Pull it up. Shots.
what?
I
What?
scream shots every time you pull up something.
Shots? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Take a shot. All right, hold on a sec.
yeah.
So
But first, you had a guy who called you and he said he couldn't grow
yeah, hold
hair on
on.
one
So
half
this
of
is
his
the
body
paradox of
because of his
tolerance, and I'll go ahead and provide it as well inside chat so you can review it. But basically what it is that there was a philosopher, Karl Popper, that said, okay, this is just a quick graphic that describes it. Should a tolerant society tolerate intolerance? So we have here a Nazi guy who says, you want more tolerance? Well, respect my ideas. The answer is no. It is a paradox, but unlimited tolerance can lead to the extinction of tolerance. When we extend tolerance to those who are openly intolerant, as in, let's give them a chance, the tolerant ones end up being destroyed and tolerance with them. So any movement that preaches intolerance and the persecution must be outside of the law. As paradoxical as it may seem, defending tolerance requires to not tolerate the intolerant. This is also discovered by John Locke, not just Karl Popper. So this is a long history of precedence.
That's very interesting. Um, you had a trans caller who told you that their medication made the hair on their body only grow on one half of their body. Do you remember
Okay.
that conversation?
I don't recall, but go ahead and remind me.
Okay. Okay. Well, you basically talked him down and told him that whatever medications he was taking, it had nothing to do with those medications that was making that happen to him. And y'all had about a 20-minute conversation about it. You pulled up surveys and studies on it. And I'm saying that this is a guy who's transitioned and said, this is what the medicine has done to me. And you spent the whole time telling him, no, you're wrong. What makes you any different than the Mary Sue from the point of view of that person didn't agree with you?
Do you think that it's possible
Why
that
aren't
they're
they?
lying?
So you think they were just pretending to be a trans individual
I
and
think
calling
so.
in to
Yeah,
try
I think
you?
that can happen for sure. So here's the thing, right? Like
Okay, you know what? I'll grant you
I
that.
just want to let you know, well, I've done a lot of reading on what are the effects of a lot of these types of drugs, as well as like endocrinological pathways, known things that happen as a result of taking one hormone versus not, or the lack thereof of that hormone. I've looked this stuff up, and I know what is expected of. I wouldn't call myself, an expert in endocrinology, but I know what a lot of these
Gotcha.
hormones will do to a body. And so when somebody tells me something that goes against the academic literature, I go, okay, there's something wrong here, right? There is, like, if I gave you testosterone, for example, you're not going to have a sudden decrease of facial hair. That's not how that works. Testosterone will increase facial hair, right? Or it will be stagnant, right? It wouldn't decrease facial hair. That's not how that works. It's testosterone. Do you understand? So if somebody came to you and said, I took testosterone and now I can't grow a beard. Bullshit. Where the fuck did you get that? How? What kind of malady is this? It makes no sense. It goes against basic what the hormone does.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're kind of fucking up, because, all right, so first, do you think that someone, who was pretending to be trans talk to you for over 30, 40 minutes and you didn't catch them that they were lying about being trans?
Can you repeat that? You broke up a bit for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Either way, it looks kind of bad because what you're saying is that someone talked to you for 45 minutes and they pretended to be trans.
I
And you
don't
didn't
know
catch
if they
that?
were pretending to be trans. I don't know.
Okay, so
don't
you're just throwing defenses out for no reason.
No, I'm saying if they say something that is opposite of what the academic literature is, I'm going to side with the academic literature. There's no fucking way that this person's personal experience, unless if you're talking about, I don't know, some like statistical thing where it's like, it could be statistically possible. It's not, in certain instances regarding hormones, it's not really a statistical possibility. You're not going to reduce your facial hair by taking more testosterone, for example. It's just never going to happen.
Well, you do keep saying facial hair, but they were saying their body hair, but that's fine. It's a quibbly point.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what
I would
about
have
people
to
like,
look up specifically what they were referring to. I don't remember the conversation.
gotcha. Well, what about people like Blair White and Buck Angel who are, pretty large in that community who disagree with you? Are they also Uncle Ruckuses?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So anyone who disagrees with you is Uncle Ruckus.
No, that's not what that is. No. Specifically what you have to be in order to be an Uncle Ruckus is you have to be a part of some sort of a minority group, and then you have to speak against that group that you're a member of.
Okay, wait. Just speaking against the group is enough to make you Uncle Ruckus, or is there a certain level of speaking against the group?
Okay, a good example, Milo Yiannopoulos. Really fucking hateful towards
I
gay
know
people.
him.
He himself is gay. That's an Uncle Ruckus.
That guy's hilarious. He is hilarious, and I actually will agree with you on that one. I mean, he's funny. I'm not going to... You can hate someone and still think they're funny.
He's funny, but he's an Uncle Ruckus. I mean, Uncle Ruckus was funny. Let's be honest. He's a goofy character.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
He's a goofy ass fucker.
All right. Well, first, I've enjoyed the debate, man. I got to go do things, man.
Sounds good.
Appreciate you giving me the time, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care.
Peace. All right. So we are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was a good conversation. Let's turn the music on. Let's take a look here. Hold on. All right. JI999A James says, how can you know if someone is pretending? I don't. Some Buck Angel detransitioner stories are incredibly harrowing. Buck Angel? Who is Buck Angel? LGBTQ advocate known for his work in sex education. Based. Let's see. American sex educator and former pornographic film actor and producer. He founded the media production company Buck Angel Entertainment. Angel is a transsexual man. He currently works as an advocate and an educator. Angel served on the board of directors of the Woodhill Freedom Foundation. The foundation works to affirm sexual freedom as a fundamental human right through advocacy and education. Fucking based. Based. Let me guess. Did something happen? Educational work, other activities, personal life, awards and nominate. Wait, are they not accused of anything? Fucking awesome. Bro, I want to get with the Woodhull Freedom Foundation, bro. Hook me up with that group. Bruh. Buck Angel's based. Based as fuck. If you guys have any questions or if you guys have want to talk about anything, we can do so. Phone number is 202-998-5218. Additionally, I wanted to go over this comment thread that happened, and I'm curious as to what you guys think about it. So give me a sec to pull it up. Let me look. All right. Where is it? Where's this comment? All right. Yes, this very long comment thread. I got to make videos in these comments because, dude, some of these comments are fucking wild. All right. So Channel Censors tells me this guy needs a job. And I said, why do you think I don't have a job? You clearly don't watch my channel if you think I do not. And the reason why I said this is because if you guys have been to my streams or any of that kind, you will notice that I have hard cutoffs. And I've said over and over, I got work in the morning. I got work in the morning. I got work in the morning. And so y'all know I have a job. I definitely have a job. Channel Censor says you should stick to doing it better so you don't feel the need to stream. Again, I have no idea. Like, I have fun streaming. Like, it's just fun to stream. And I just don't understand, like, why does it require, like, oh, I should just stop streaming. Why? Because this one fucking douchebag? Why would I waste my time with this douchebag? Needless to say, here I am responding to what he has to say. At Channel Censor, I need people that only agree with me, and if they don't, I should stop streaming. Bro, it's actually hilarious, right? These right-wingers, they tell you to stop streaming. They would like you to stop streaming. I spit in their face. I show them that I'm of stronger stuff than them. Because let's be honest, man. All these fucking people criticizing, they ain't fucking nobody, dude. They're a literally who? Literally fucking, I don't know, some fucking nobody? Mr. Nobody? Mr. 2 subscribers? He couldn't even be fucked to change his own profile picture. This is the definition of an NPC. Just a total NPC. And look, here he is, just shitting on other people and reposting his comments towards other people that he shit on. Who the fuck cares about this person? Who cares? This dude's a douchebag. I'm like, holy crap. Anyway, so here we go. No, you should stop streaming because you have poor opinions and no one agrees with you. Bruh. I've heard this a 1,000 times. 1,000 times and 1,000 more, and there will be 1,000 more to come tomorrow. I said I could sit in a room full of flat earthers and they all yell at me why I am wrong about everything and then say that I got mogged in a debate and that I shouldn't stream anymore. But lo and behold, the earth is still going to be fucking round. The amount of people that agree with you is not an indication that you are right. That's a genuine issue there. And then Channel Sister says, have you ever personally met a flat earther in person? I haven't. But I could say the same thing about me sitting next to a trans woman and them yelling at me that they are a real woman. But we both know the truth, correct? Let's be honest, right? This guy has never met a real trans person. I don't think they've ever met one. He's sitting there saying, but I could say the same thing about me. And also, what does trans women, like, again, the guy just goes straight into just transphobia, just blatant transphobia. I didn't have to prompt it. I didn't have to prompt a single fucking thing. All he did is just prompted himself. Hypocritical much? By the way, nice red herring. Also, just FYI, for anybody who understands anything regarding fallacies, bringing up a fallacy during an informal conversation or some chat here, these aren't arguments. They're just conversations. So if somebody says, by the way, nice red herring, me bringing up an example, number one, is not a red herring. Number two, it's pointing out that an ad populum is not a real argument. I didn't even need to bring up an ad populum. I'm just letting him know that just because everybody agrees with you doesn't mean you're right. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. He's saying hypocritical much. By the way, nice red herring. I'm like, bro. And I told them, I said, bringing up fallacies during comments and casual conversation is cringe as heck, dude. Also, nobody says a trans woman by sex is a woman. It is always by gender. I want to point out, right, everybody, that everybody should be aware, at no point does any trans person ever say that their sex changes. The sex does not, has not, will not ever change. That's not how sex works, okay? It is always a transition of gender, not sex. The chromosomes stay the same. They still either produce large or small gametes regardless of a sex change. These things happen. Their sex remains the same. The problem is that the gender changes as in an internal sense of their sex. That's what changes. Okay. Channel Censors then responds by saying, there are multiple trans women that claim that they are female because they utilize estrogen. Shut the fuck up. You know this is true. Once again, completely false. What's cringe as hell is you thinking you could pass off shit poor argument as a convo is when it is clearly rubbish and you know it. Again, I have no idea why he thinks that this is an argument. I don't know what the fuck that this guy thinks this is. I don't know what planet he thinks he's on, that we're on the same like thought process. Notice this again, this person, the fact that he's saying that the sex and gender are the same thing is telling me this guy has not done any reading regarding trans people. He doesn't know any trans people. He hasn't talked to any trans people. He doesn't know anything. And he's asking for what? Like an argument in the comments? Why doesn't this guy call in? He knows my show's on at Thursday. Everybody should know that my show is on at Thursday. Look, you can see it right there. It literally says Debate a Woke Liberal live 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. He could easily step up and show some actual argument, but every single time these little ankle biters, they never step up to debate. Never. They never do. They just sit here in the comments and just bite. Complete fucking nonsense. It's totally insane. All right, let me see here. Arden Hart claimed he wasn't a male because people in society said so. Nominal Naomi said that they are female because he has more estrogen than the average male. Just saying. And I said, once again, by gender, not by sex. The sex never changes. That's what it means to be transgender. You are transgender because you are across from the sex assigned at birth. The sex never changes. Let's see here. The Panelverse responding, saying, First Amender, ignore these people, bud. This is the one reason I made my channel, to distract the loser while you all focus on debates and content, because when they are attacking my comments and channel, the hopes that they are bugging all of you, both sides. It says, why? It's more comments. More comments equals more engagement. And that's winning condition for me. Nobody realizes that even if you comment hating on me, I end up winning in the end. I love that idea. Anyway, long conversation I had with this guy, Channel Censors, but man, guy doesn't call in. Would love it if he called in and had a conversation with me. Here we go. Look at this. Who you wish you were. Trash arguments. That's it. That's all I get. I get nothing. All I get is a guy that just says trash arguments. Again, no critique, not pointing anything out, no timestamps, no reason why it's a trash argument. It's just a trash argument. Well, obviously, here, all I got to do is just a trash comment. There you go. I don't have to explain nothing. And I said, and I responded, I said, it's an argument and one that is substantiated. Where is yours? Or are you just going to troll? Genuine question. Let's see. He thinks that screeching like a toddler means he wins. I'm assuming he's referring to Alex Stein here. Xander Katz. Old Slayer TV says, tip for anyone for no reason. click the 3 dots at the top right of any video and you will see do not recommend channel. And I'm like, bro, don't let the door hit you on the way out. I don't know what to tell you. Like, obviously you want to be in an echo chamber, and you know what? My audience doesn't want to be in an echo chamber. It doesn't have to be an echo chamber. They want to actually have a debate. They actually want to have conversations, discussions. By the way, we are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. Let's see here. MB114 saying, no surprise that first offender who lies on his stream, by the way, I don't lie. I make it a point to not lie, would also lie on his posts. Number 1, the screenshots are different dates. If he was honest, he would have taken the screenshots at the exact same time. I did take the screenshots at the exact same time. They were posted at different dates, idiot. Number 2, he did not even take a screenshot of the channels with the most views. Like every wokey I've met, they need to lie and manipulate to convince you that they are right. Okay, being mistaken does not mean that I lied. So I posted this picture where you could see, now this was an error on my part. Okay. Because the error is that I pulled up Magno News's halftime show by Turning Point USA, right? And the error is a legitimate error here. If you look, Turning Point USA halftime show, like that's all I did. I Googled this, and the first one that popped up was this one. And just FYI, this one that you see underneath, I did not initially see this one. I did not see this. What I had to do originally is I had to go to Turning Point USA, click the live, and then see this because it was not showing up. It just wasn't, right? So I did not know that this was the official one. I assumed the official one was being sponsored by a separate channel. So I was like, get mogged. I mean, despite the fact, I mean, the reality is though, even if you look at Turning Point USA, you can see it's got 21 million views. It's, by the way, nowhere close to what the halftime show was for Bad Bunny. And so here it is. It's 80 million views. So here, saying that I lied, screenshots are from different dates. No, they were posted at different dates. I did take a screenshot at the exact same time. If he was honest, he would have taken screenshots of the exact same time. I did. Number 2, he did not even taking a screenshot of the channels with the most views. Well, regardless, even if I did, they still got mogged in terms of like total watches. Yes. They got mogged. I don't know. Be wrong, I guess. Just be wrong. Let's go back. All right. Next comment. Do you think that the 9th circle of PDF files will be so accepting to you? Or would you rather have roses for Mount Talk? And so I just responded by saying, it's not me that argues in favor of pedos. It's your president that is. And of course, once again, no response, no nothing. What is that? AWOL says unban Joe. Unban Joe? You want me to unban Joe P.O.? What was it that he said that made me so upset that oh yeah, he called me a liar. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. And then I gave him the evidence and he still called me a liar on top of it. All right, here we go. This is a Russell where I said Bad Bunny Puerto Rico is part of American culture. And he said, Russell says, free ride is over, trespassers. And then I said, as if it is actually trespassers, considering Puerto Rico is literally a territory of the United States. I have no idea why people think people from Puerto Rico are trespassers. They're not. Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S. You can actually go to Puerto Rico without a passport because it's a territory of the U.S. You don't need a passport. You could just go to Puerto Rico. Let's see here. We've got Camille Europa once again, totally empty person, empty name, 1 subscriber, literal fucking, I mean, what is this? Some NPC, just an NPC, like with 0 anything. They don't even favorite or watch videos. So it's like, it's literal fucking throwaway account saying, in Europe, we laugh from CNN news. It's common knowledge in Europe that CNN is propaganda. We watch CNN here. No, you fucking don't. I've been to Europe. They don't play CNN. I'm sorry. They just don't have CNN in Europe. It's like asking to watch a fucking Netherlands news broadcasting channel in the United States. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. And so I responded, hey, what about Fox News, OEN, and Newsmax? And of course, no fucking response. No goddamn response. And this person's a fucking liar. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. All right. We've got Basecall Flashy saying brown supremacist votes for the white supremacist party that is racially profiling brown people, intimidating them to a point that it is dangerous to even leave their home. Brown supremacist tries to make a point. Let's take a look at this video. You're right.
But I'm not making an intelligible statement.
You're right.
I'm not making it. I want us to be able to progress and like be successful in this country.
I look out for the gay for the gay community, but I'm not a gay supremacist. Like what?
Okay, well you don't like that word, okay? I just won't
it's a fucked up word, bro.
Hey, bro, listen. I think it's a funny thing to say. You didn't get the humor in that. I get it.
No, I didn't get any humor in that at all. Sorry.
It doesn't redact from my position, right? Which is that I prefer brown people. I like brown people. They are my people.
Just like how it's natural to like, just grunt and go ooga booga all the time.
I guess I don't think that ooga booga is a natural outcome.
No, it is. If you don't learn language, that's exactly where you go. You just make grunts and noises. You don't actually make any intelligible statements.
But I'm not making an intelligible statement.
You're right. Bro. All right. So that was the comment, or that was what was left. And so let's take a look back at that comment. Oh shoot. Does it really go back all the way back there? That's wild. I got to open up with a middle mouse click. Where was it? Basically, it says brown supremacist votes for the white supremacist party that is racially profiling brown people, intimidating them to the point that it is dangerous for them to even leave their home. I completely agree. It's wild that that's even a thing. Jack Attack MMA says, ooh, we've got MMM counts. Just subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you enjoy this type of content, you should subscribe too. Now, sadly, it's actually time to call it, but I'll go for a little bit longer just for MMM for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. You super don't have to do that, but thank you. Anyway, that helps me a lot. Jack Attack MMA says, there are mostly white supremacists from Proud Boys. Estimate number of ICE workforce, 27,000. Estimated number of Proud Boys, 3,000 to 3,000. It is empirically false. Okay, let's take a look. What was the claim?
Why didn't Alex Peretti die on Alex 13th?
On the what?
On Alex. On Alex.
On Alex.
Sorry, January 13th. Sorry, I said Alex Peretti. Yeah, you got me. But what do you think was in their head? What do you think they're wanting to do?
I fully agree with like what the first amender said about them. They're woefully unprepared. It's like they've never done this job in their freaking lives. And not only
it's
that,
8
it's
weeks
like
of training.
they're mostly like white supremacists from like Proud Boys and some other fucking organizations like that. Yeah, I mean you can look it up because it's like
they're white supremacists. Yeah, that's what CNN said too. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you both walked into the trap.
Daniel doesn't have CNN at his in Romania. He doesn't watch CNN.
Espouses more CNN talking points than Americans.
So don't talk to me.
Hold on. You both walked into the trap, so let me just put the nail in the coffin here for you all. All right. So why didn't Alex Peretti die on Alex 13th?
On the what?
On Alex.
On Alex.
On Alex. Okay, so we saw that claim. And it says they are mostly white supremacists from Proud Boys. Do I think that every single ICE workforce is the Proud Boys? No. Do I think that there are Proud Boys that are ICE? Yeah, 100%. They align perfectly with one another. Proud Boys would absolutely adore being a part of ICE. So I don't think he's wrong in saying that like that they're coming from the Proud Boys. Of course. Why would that not be the case? I mean, maybe if you're saying that literally he is saying that a majority of the ICE workforce is Proud Boys, assuming your number here is correct, I don't think he would agree with that. I think he's a fact-based guy, and I think you're treating it a little too literally, I guess, in the moment. There we go. All right. This is a previous conversation. I get nothing but hate comments, man. It's wild. I get hate comments after hate comment. I don't really care.
Hey, can I pop in? I just want to say one thing real quick before I leave.
What's up?
About 45% of ICE agents are non-white. I just want to say that. Just want to put that out there.
All right.
All right. Later.
So this guy says, no comments after 3 days. Well, I'll leave one here for you. You're the king of smooth brain morons. And I responded nicely, I would say, saying it's a live. People were commenting during the live stream, not necessarily in comments. Also, I take call-ins if you disagree with me for any reason. If you plan on actually having a discussion, I'm interested. LOL, cope harder, please. Like, do you understand that it's like I'm coming out and I'm extending my hand and saying, come with me. Let's have a discussion. And his response is to just throw shit like an ape, like a chimpanzee. He's just like, oh, cope harder, cope. And then once again, every goddamn time, it's always faceless nobodies that know nothing, that say nothing, that provide nothing. It looks like that this person is likely in college for some comp sci, given what he's favorited and enjoyed. 11 subscribers, literal nobody. Who the fuck are you? Show me something. Give me something. Provide something. Right? Don't just sit there and say, oh, cool partner. And so I respond. I said, yep, gotcha. Yet another faceless, worthless troll. Good talk. Crispy says, you should be hiding your face in shame, being both ignorant and incapable of following basic logic. ChatGPT is tired of carrying all your dead weight. Have you considered just coping harder? Maybe that would get more engagement than the 0 comments this video had until the quote-unquote faceless troll arrived. Seriously, this is the best engagement you can get, so enjoy it. I love it, dude. All right, let's respond to this guy. First of all, I do not care if I get comments or not get comments during the lives. You may notice that during the lives, there are thousands of comments when we are running live, but people may or may not necessarily. Did I spell that right? I don't think I spelled that right. But people may not necessarily type in the comments itself as opposed to the live feed. I seldom get full comments within the comments section, but I get plenty during the lives. Why? Because it's a live, you troglodyte. Now, I take calls. You can call in instead of being a worthless, faceless troll that I don't care about nor care to know. Heart emoji. We've got Jack Attack MMA providing 2 British pounds. Thank you. Sorry. First Amender. I sometimes I mix up the euros with British pounds. First Amender, watch a Buck Angel vid before you go. Title below. Watch a Buck Angel vid. I can't. I seriously, I really appreciate but if I do watch it, what will happen is I'll get copyright claimed. So I got to be very, very careful about, I recently got copyright claimed because of, the Bad Bunny videos, and you saw how careful I was regarding those Bad Bunny videos. Let's see. AWOL says, oh yeah, if you do watch Buck's content, maybe you could do, maybe I could do a reaction. Let's see. Transgender surgery nightmare, shocking turn of events and death. I'm sorry. I can't. I really can't. I would. Normally I would. I can't. Squeaky says, my mom's a boomer. They don't watch YouTube for the most part. Well, good, because I got a Facebook now. I'm a boomer. It's all I watch. Maybe don't generalize. Oh, shit. Based. All right. Michael Scarn said, his feet are planted right after he got hit. You can't tell by the way he's leaning forward when she took off. You block a street and disrupt federal agents from working. You don't listen to orders. Then after not listening to orders, stop and get out. You hit a federal agent trying to escape. Fuck around and fight out. How about just stay a distance and protest record? I can't. I got to end this. Make it quick. I'm going to answer, but we're going to make it quick. You're on the line with First Amender. Hey, you're going to have to make it quick because I'm about to end the stream.
Yeah, it's going to be very quick.
Quick.
When you were on Speakeasy's debate the other night, you didn't pick up the fact that the Stink kid wanted to battle you.
Who?
During the debate, remember you were talking about the kid who wanted to fight you in an MMA fight?
Yes.
When you're on another platform that's bigger than yours, you should have bigged that up. You lose your own chances that way.
What do you mean?
Well, no one knew it was going to happen. That was your chance to tell all the viewers who are watching for all 3 of your channels that might happen.
For starters, he has not provided anything. He has not given me a venue.
Not the point,
he has not given me a time. None of it is solidified. I'm just saying none of it is solidified. Right?
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is if 2 other channels thought that the person they can't stand might be having an MMA fight, some of them might start tuning in to you even more. I'm just saying you missed the opportunity. That's all.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. All right, good night, man. Damn.
Good night. Good
Can't
night.
even help some people.
Good night. Appreciate it. All right, hold on. All right, guys. This is going to be it. Guys, I appreciate y'all very much. I want to have more conversations, more debates, more discussions. Do me a favor. If you like these great debates, hit that subscribe. Hit that like on this video. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. It really means a lot. I appreciate you guys very much. We're going to be doing more debates just like this, more discussions. It's going to be good stuff. Did you guys like this commentary area? Because I actually enjoy engaging with these. And I like hearing out what people have to say, including my haters. I get a lot of haters. Anyway, thank you guys very much. You guys have a great rest of your night.